It's been about a week since the hijinks of the last adventure.
Arse!
It started off as a small side story, but it's gaining traction in the news. It would appear that the grandson of a mega corporation appears to have gone missing, and no one knows. And there seems to be currently a worldwide search going on. He was his last known location was basically leaving. Supposedly heading away back to the family home in Japan, but he never seemed to arrive. But well, anyway, it was for the first few days. It was a noticeable point of discussion, and all the news feeds had on it. Nowadays, it just becomes a sort of tail end thing after the notes. But so yeah, but it's just one more thing that seems to be piquing interest in the area. But for now, it seems everything is relatively quiet and nothing to worry about. I am quite positive everything will be fine. Nothing to worry about, I am
Well,
sure.
the guy probably got tired of being a part of such a notorious family and just changed his identity and went into, live his own life.
Well, very much possibly the case.
You know how those wealthy families can have unrealistic expectations for their children.
Very much so. Very much so.
They're all slackers. Kidding.
Yeah, he's not been burnt to a crisp or anything and buried.
That is pure from being a gentleman. I was just thinking.
Yeah, that's not even in the rumor mill. Yeah.
We didn't. I love that. Anyway, that's by the by. So, yeah, it's been a relatively quiet week. I don't know if anyone has any side investigations or other things they wish to complete or anything, or any side projects. So, but otherwise, if there's anything anyone needs to sort out, we can sort that out. But if there's nothing to worry about, then I'll see you in the fortnight. No, only joking. Silence reigns. So it's been. Go on.
I was gonna say I don't think so, because pretty much the stuff I'd been working off, you've basically said how that pays off, so I'm good.
Yeah.
Waif does what she always does in her downtime. She runs her courier stuff and she works out at the dojo for her training.
Well, indeed. So it's.
Anna, how long has it been? Because my hair is going to take 30 days to grow back. Damn it.
Oh yeah, good point. It's been eight. It's been I said a week, so it's been 7 days so far. She's got 21 to go.
I did put the penalties on my skills with a note to myself. So
indeed. So as I say, it's been a relatively quiet week, and then you're sort of hanging around the 64 for Ramen, where none of you appear to be at the moment. That doesn't matter. I mean, you're in there. You're not on the map. And Mr. I've forgotten his name. Actually, where's Queeg? I know he wasn't here last week. Anyway. Mr. Nakazumi, that's the one. Suddenly he looks up and goes, says, unusual sight. Don't usually see one of those down here. And you look up and around, and what you see is basically coming down the road in this direction is a stretched limousine, and it seems to be parking up just in the bus stop area. And
my ride's arrived.
What you assume will be a corporate rage slave gets out and basically wanders over to the Ramen and 64th on Ramen and basically nods at each of you in turn and goes, Mr. Johnson would like to meet with you. If you would come this way, please. I got that
Who
right,
is-
didn't I?
Who is Mr. Johnson?
He's the guy who gives us the jobs, Johnson.
He does look a bit confused by the terminology, you know, the phrasing. He goes, "I did say that, right? Didn't I? Please, please, please come."
Do I
Says,
know
"It's
this
three-"
Johnson or this punk?
Well, Mr. Johnson is sort of the parlance that most people use for when someone hires you lot. So, and he obviously doesn't seem to. You don't recognise the fellow. You don't recognise the fellow, and yeah, he's.
Why do I feel that this guy should be in a playground going, "What come see my puppies?"
Indeed. He does seem to be
Sweets
staring
and
at you with
candies in the van,
slightly.
no?
He does seem to be staring at you with slightly pleading eyes, but he goes,
Uh,
"Please come. It's free. It's hang on. He flips out his little handheld, scrolls down the screen a bit, and goes, there's a free bar."
That'll do me.
I run his face, run the vehicle's plates.
The vehicle, the barcodes on the vehicle come back to basically restricted access, and his face just basically comes up as showing him as an employee of Biogen.
Okay.
Just a
Well,
low
Waif
level.
is a bit wary of getting into
Lucky.
other people's cars, you know, something from her childhood or something, who knows. She's going to tell him as long as you don't drive like a fool, she'll follow on her scooter.
I mean, shouldn't it go through the fixer?
Yes, but sometimes you may be directly approached, or you can directly get jobs. Obviously, that's entirely up to you. He goes, oh, obviously, Aki's already got into the limo and helping himself. There's quite an interesting selection of alcohol in there.
Yeah, excellent. I'll get some rare nephews.
All right.
Merlin was saying something there, but I didn't catch it.
Oh, I said Merlin will join Aki. He'll go ahead and get in the car.
Yeah, let's get in the cab. We've seen Merlin cut through which essentially was a bank vault door with a blade
Practically,
before, so I'm sure he could open this thing like a can opener. He needs to.
Okay.
Anyways.
Well, if the others insist, Waif will get in the car. She'd still rather have her own transport with her.
Well, he does say please, I'm afraid you need to get in the car, miss. He comes up and says, he scrolls through again and goes, it will be financially lucrative for you. No, I'm not sure. My Mr. Johnson guarantees your safety. Please, or I might, or he'll fire me.
Well, I wouldn't want to be the cause of you losing your job. Like I said, Waif will get in, but she's not thrilled with it.
You know, on the this is completely unrelated. You know, on the party sheet, the marching order, I was reading something yesterday. If you right, I don't know if you can do it as a GM. If you right click on it and set the grid size, apparently that fixes all the.
Yes, apparently it does. There we go. That should fix it. Yeah, it does.
It did fix it. Yeah, instantly fixed it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I read that last night about 2 a.m. when I was like looking at my phone and what's this about the grid? All right, yeah, blah, blah.
Yeah. My argument was obviously if it needs a grid, then they should set the grid as default. But anyway, that's by the by. Okay, so I'm assuming everyone had got in, but for ease, I'm just going to railroad that you all got in anyway, huh? As you set off, the young lad gets in with you. he offers around drinks and food. It's all very good stuff, and it doesn't actually taste like reprocessed. It might actually be real meat. You're not sure, but as the car starts pulling away from 64th Street, all the windows become opaque. And when you notice this, he just he says you've been told. He says he's been told to tell you to call him Mr. Smith, and he says Mr. Johnson just wishes to keep things private. And the car basically. It's also as much as your protection as anything else, because no one can see you in here now. And after about 5-10 minutes, the vehicle taking changes. Sometimes you're not sure if it's sometimes you're convinced it's sometimes done circles or something, just in an attempt to possibly throw off followers, or conversely try and keep lose track of yourself. You do notice that it does also seem to be an isolated vehicle with basically in all external access being blocked, and likewise you are off the grid while you're inside the vehicle. Although when the car finally stops, you've basically you find yourself in an underground car park when the windows stop being opaque, and as it goes through, as it drives down, it stops in what looks like basically a concrete box. Electronic sensors extrude from the floor and basically sweep over the entire vehicle, top and bottom and sides, and then a number pad opens up and you see the driver entering the code in, and eventually the wall ahead basically moves aside, proving that it was a concealed entrance, as it were, and it drives into a vast empty space. The vehicle drives across to the middle of this vast empty space, where there just appears to be a column, a very large column. You suspect it's an elevator, and the car pulls up outside. Mr. Smith hops out and opens the door and gestures you towards the elevator. He says, please, Mr. Johnson is waiting for you on the 128th floor.
Okay. We might as well go and see him, innit?
Indeed. So you basically cross. You walk across the empty forecourt, as it were, and enter into the elevator. You notice that there does appear to be a wealth of data, buttons on the thing, but only one is illuminated at the moment and labeled 128. And when you press that, there's a sudden whoosh as the elevator accelerates up to the 128th floor. It's one of these express ones. It does it very fast and very, very smoothly, very smooth acceleration, very smooth deceleration, but it still takes you up in a relatively short period of time. When the doors open, you find yourself in what appears to be some sort of corporate lobby. Again, you notice a complete lack of any identifying marks, but there's thick cream-coloured carpeting and beige walls. There's an elven maitre d' in formal black attire waiting for you, and basically, you look around and you notice that it appears to be this whole floor seems to be kitted out as a restaurant. That is, the whole place is finely laid out, tables everywhere, but completely empty, very posh looking, and the maitre d' says, yes, the Johnson party. Please come with me. And he leads you over to a table. And there you find basically a table with just enough seats for yourself and one other. And already a selection of different beverages are available for you. Mr. Johnson is slightly delayed. He does apologise. He will be with you shortly. If you need anything, please ask. And he steps back to his little podium at the entrance to the restaurant. The windows basically basically show that you're somewhere in the middle of downtown and surrounded by other mega corporate buildings. But you come to the conclusion that this might be one of those new ones that's been built up lately, and there's much speculation about their final use and everything else. But yeah. What do you do? Anything.
We wait.
Merlin will imbibe, but he will imbibe non-alcoholic and wait.
Well, I'm going to
There's
drink
quite a-
some
they have-
alcohol, but I'm not going to drink enough to get rat-arsed.
They have a fine selection of elven wines that are known for their non-alcoholic status, but in every other way are incredibly tasty. And as I say, a fine selection there. As you look around, you do notice that there does seem to be more than one security camera trained on you, and you definitely get the impression that you're probably being scanned.
We're being watched.
Again, it's obviously just the type of thing you'd expect from some paranoid security individual. Eventually, after about 5 minutes, a well-dressed man walks in, very nondescript, and in an incredibly expensive suit. And he sits down and says, "Thank you for attending at such short notice. I do apologise for the melodrama, but allow me to lay out the situation. But first, you must understand that anything I say to you must remain within this room. Yes? If any word of this operation leaks out onto the streets, we'll know who to blame." So, as Technology Corporation has been working on a project that we're very interested in a biotechnology project, but nothing you need to be concerned about. It's harmless unless administered properly. We wish a sample of the project and the complete file on it from their computer. Some arrangements have been made for the run. You will get in through a semi-abandoned section of the sewer system that runs adjacent to the facility. Based on the information we've been able to obtain, the ventilation heating duct system for the facility only runs a metre or so from the sewer wall. It should be a simple matter to break through the brickwork there and get access to the ducts. There is, however, an extra wall made of plastistil 7 surrounding the entire facility to prevent exactly this kind of break-in. Fortunately, we've been able to obtain an instability catalyst that should weaken the material sufficiently for you to get through. The product sample will be somewhere in the laboratory section that you'll be entering. Look for the analysis labs or the storage rooms. The data file will, of course, be somewhere in the computer system, but we do not know whether it or not it is isolated. We do know that As Technology had some of their specialists in to work on the system when it was installed, which probably means it will take some work on your part. We also know that in the last day or so, As Technology isolated the 2 internal systems servicing the laboratory to prevent access from an external node. All access will have to be from within the facility itself. Once you've completed the run, make your way to the wharves and rendezvous with a container vessel, the SS Misha. It's located at wharf number 114. Get there before daybreak. Your contact will be waiting for you on the ship. He is an elf, tall and thin with black hair. When he asks you if the sky is still blue, tell him that it hasn't been that way since you were a child. Give him the sample and the data file, and he will pay you. Being evening and the weekend, there should be very few people at either the Aztec facility or at the wharf. I leave it to your discretion what you should do about anyone you chance to meet. Oh, yes, I forgot to mention. We go now. Any questions?
Sounds like we got a job to do.
I'm sorry, that was All right, they're providing the way in. We need to steal a sample, steal data, and then get to
Wharf
Wharf 114. 114.
I only have two problems. The sewer is smelly and the vent is dusty. I shall have to decide what to wear.
Well, since we're going now, since we're going now, I'm presuming what you're wearing is going to be just fine.
You say, as a gesture of goodwill, I will obviously pay you half the sum now and half the sum upon mission completion. And he basically nods his head, and each of you are notified that 60,000 credits have been paid into your bank accounts.
Excellent.
He goes, "No, I understand that. I understand that. Obviously, you may well have specialist equipment needs. Basically, when we leave this restaurant and you take the elevator down, you will find a number of vans parked up with a fine selection of equipment. But time is of the essence, as I say. We need to get you in and out as soon as possible, so please do not dally too long. Unless there are any other questions, I shall let you finish your meals and await your successful completion of this job. Thank you." And he stands up and starts and turns to walk away. With no one asking any questions, he walks off. The meal is quite excellent, but any attempts to get extra portions or delay anything else doesn't seem to get very far.
Does he have a project? Does he have a project name?
I think it's the implication is the entire lab is dedicated to this one project.
Yeah, but does he know the name that they're using to refer to it?
He didn't mention one, so I assume he didn't.
Doesn't. Okay. Sorry, that was just a lot real fast. Just acquire a sample and data.
I can go. I'll go over again if you want. So
I'm summing. We're going to enter via the sewer. He's giving us stuff to make it weak, so he can, and then blow the wall in. We need to get the stuff. We're going to exfiltrate via the sewer. We need to get to the container vessel at Wharf 114 before daybreak. Passcode is sky is still blue. It hasn't been that way since you were a child.
I'm impressed.
Yeah, pretty much.
So the assumption is we need to let the hackers get the stuff off the computers while the rest of us go in and physically take the
sample. Yes. So here we go. So the product sample will be somewhere in the laboratory section that you'll be entering. Look for the analysis labs or storage rooms. The data file will, of course, be somewhere in the computer system. That's we do not whether or not know it is isolated, and also they know that you basically the reason for this is you can't you have to be on site to get the data out because they isolated the system 2 days ago. So there we go. So from your perspective, from your perspective is when you get downstairs, there is an extensive selection of equipment, i.e. you can go shopping on your logistic points. It's obviously you're just using the stuff they provided. If there's anything in particular you wish, well, basically anything that's on the standard equipment list is available to you. If none of you do, if anyone does want to get their equipment, and obviously the whole logic of pooling and everything still applies. it's just obviously there is a limit to how much equipment you can fit into the back of the vans and stuff. So transportation will be provided, so you don't need to worry about that. So if you don't need to change your equipment, we'll push on. But if you do need to, anyone does want to change their equipment according to the mission briefing, please let me know now. Well, not let me know, just by all means get on with it. Make some purchases.
I think I'm good to go. Just make sure I've got enough grenades.
Does anyone need to update their equipment lists?
And they're giving us a van, right?
Yeah. Well, no, you're being dropped off at the sewers, and there will be someone waiting for you when you come. There'll be someone ready to pick you up when you come back out.
And if somebody's picking up explosives, probably.
Well, we don't need explosives to break through the wall, because they said they've weakened that. So
you will probably it will reduce the resistance of the Plasteel 7, but you will still need to make a hole in the wall after you've reduced the.
What about some kind
integrity.
of cutting then? Some high, laser powered cutting tool. Something less to draw attention than the freaking explosion. You guys are real happy about making noise. You kind of, do not seem to grasp the concept of stealth.
Check that one.
Didn't think of that.
I need to check something. Someone said, what did someone say? Well, you're discussing equipment uses. I just need to check something. Said something here.
Now, there's nothing listed in the equipment like a laser cutter or whatever to cut through the steel rather than blow through it. But I'm presuming that in this level we have that kind of technology.
At the very least, we need some thermite or something.
Yeah. I would say, yeah, you could get away with something like thermite. Explosive doesn't necessarily have to be. Do you know what I mean?
Although he used the word catalyst, didn't he?
He did use the word catalyst.
Which would apply a chemical barrier that's impervious until you put the catalyst on, in which it starts to corrode.
Very good point. Sorry, I take it back. Yes. Sorry. The catalyst that's provided. Make a science check. Anyone who wants to.
Yeah. Wave's still pissed about her hair. She can't think straight. Makes you wonder if she's got some Native American in her.
So cat. Oh, there you go. Donahue's obviously got some knowledge somewhere along the line. So basically, where is it? The catalyst agent is contained in a small palm-sized canister. Examining it, it appears to be you're going to deploy it in aerosol form. Based on the information given and everything else, and what you can make an educated guess on, Donahue, is actually you do not need anything else other than this catalyst. Basically, from what you can work out about it is going to remove the integrity of the plasteel to sort of bring it down to a sort of lighter consistency. The best analogy you can come up with is like it will turn the wall into basically chewed bubble gum, and you'll literally be able to push your way through it. Won't be necessarily present. It'll be like crawling through a large globule of bubble gum, but that's basically what will happen. You don't need to cut. You literally just have to basically clamber through. Is your guess?
I'll let the others know.
I'm ready.
That later. I don't know where that earth that came. I'm just. Someone reported some equipment issues with sprawl runners. I can't find them in the first place, so I'll have to look for those later.
The material assault rifle is still a material assault rifle with an E, with an A.
Oh, that's probably because that's how it's spelled in the book, though, isn't it?
All right. Well, maybe. Yeah.
So it might be material.
Yeah, you got to stick with what the book says. Yeah. Pinnacle, bad spelling.
That's not pinnacle. Anyway,
it's blatant.
Marila's ready, but can't seem to vote. That's okay. I just want, if guys, I don't want to basically. Although I'm you're sort of being railroaded into going now. I don't want to railroad you in equipment choices, so that's not a problem.
Yeah, I can't seem to vote either, Bueller. Weird, isn't it?
I wonder if it's once dice.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what happened. I clicked it to begin with, but I wasn't ready because I was swapping out a deck just to get a better deck. But because I had more logistic points because I didn't need the van.
Yeah, that's fine. Now I suspect that a vote only. It looks like a vote only works while it's the last thing in the chat window, which is interesting.
Right, that's what I thought too. Was that was what was happening? Was that it was?
Yeah. I just obviously I've never actually done stuff after while a vote's been going on before to realise that's a limitation. Quite fascinating, really, the things you learn, even after all this time.
Well, I mean, that's me. I've just posted something to the chat window, and I can still vote.
Yeah, maybe it's dice rolls. I'm not going. Don't roll dice till everyone's. Don't roll dice till everyone's click ticks. When everyone's ready to go. Well, actually, there's only one person left. So, if someone wants to roll a dice and then see if you can change your vote out of interest.
No, you can't.
Yeah. So whoever has, yeah. So I'm just whoever was the wonderful. I was about to say. So I'm assuming that means everyone's ready to go. That's absolutely.
And we're not going to need a drone this time, are we?
Probably not if you're underground.
I wouldn't say that was a bug. I think it's a feature. Like, you've got to vote and commit to it.
I think I can understand the logic of it. Why would you have a vote and then have dice being rolled after it? Do you know what I mean? Until the vote's been decided. So I don't have an issue with that. So you basically get into another nondescript van with sort of interesting number plates that when you scan them appear to indicate that it's a delivery van for a downtown bakery. But anyway, although it's no markings on the side or anything else, so you basically they drive you down to a sewer entrance. And so the van drive is through the darkness, is cold and uneventful. The driver says nothing, but he glances back at you frequently, his large round eyes darting from the mirror to the road and back again. So finally the van stops and the driver motions for you to get out. He follows a moment later, pausing only to activate a sophisticated alarm system on the van. From the look of things, you're in the midst of an industrial park somewhere on the outskirts of downtown. Without full moonlight or obvious landmarks, it's hard to tell exactly where. You could actually be on the outskirts of the Barrens, you're not entirely sure. The driver takes you behind some buildings and down a small stairway. At the bottom is a rusted closed grating leading to another set of stairs. A foul, rotted smell seeps up from far below. It makes you loosen it takes most of you to loosen the grating and break it free of the rust. The driver flashes you a half-hearted smile before handing you a hand-drawn map of the sewers, which I forgot to make the sewers because I was too busy doing the other stuff. He steps aside and watches you as you descend carefully, one by one, into the darkness, and he closes the grating behind you. I wonder if I've got a map of the sewers.
But what's that smell?
So, does anyone have a preferred marching order?
Well, I don't go. I don't mind going up front.
Oh, that might work. Yeah, why not? Might do it the old-fashioned way with.
I'm in the middle part.
I won't worry about it. No problem at all. So, it's far worse down here than you hoped, but only a little worse than you expected. Small animals are scurrying violently about in their rush to avoid you. Touching the walls, you feel them damp with various kinds of evil muck. Underfoot, the ground feels dry in places, and then knee-deep in something vaguely passing for water in others. The foul odour almost takes your breath away. It smells like many things have died down here, or possibly about to die down here, but I'm sure you'll be fine. I won't, to be honest, we don't need to, I won't worry too much about a sewer map. You don't necessarily need one. You've been given a map which sort of gives you the general gist of the directions and stuff. From your perspective,
We can just smell our way there, can we? As long as the smell's getting better, we know we're going in the right direction.
Well, yeah. Where's the sewers? Got sewers. There we go. So you're coming in here, and you need to leave at the top. I'd like to know what the sewers are. I'd like to know what Mokabar is, but anyway, it's a good little map of the sewers, and so we won't worry about it.
Have you put us on there yet?
Well, I can do, but I don't think this is. Oh, it has. Oh, right. I did not realise.
It's got line of sight if it's an AW map, isn't it? Yeah.
It has got line of sight if it's an AW map. Has it got lighting?
Yeah, it has. Yeah. I think so.
Wow, they updated it fast. I did not realise. In that case, that changes everything. So we'll put you sort of basically outside so you can sort yourselves out. Okay, Krieg isn't with us, alas.
He's back sweeping up in the ramen bar. There was someone vomited everywhere.
Indeed.
Someone allergic to noodles.
If the ambient lighting is, maybe it just needs a colour.
Apparently, only Waif and Beulah can actually see anything now. At least according to my clicks.
Oh yeah, it's not lit, is it? I should have the equivalent of dark vision, shouldn't I?
Yeah, I'm not going to worry about lighting, to be honest. Think.
Oh, you can just drag it on. You can drag the effects over. They still work, don't they?
No, because he rewrote them, and I don't know what they are yet. Also, I don't need to lock tokens, so.
Yeah, no, but we're using 5.3. You can just put them on the character. It works perfectly in this. I've tested it.
Yeah, I know.
Extensively.
Dark vision isn't called dark vision anymore, is it?
No, but it is a what's it called in this? It's called
Doesn't matter. I don't need lighting for this bit.
Yeah, doesn't matter.
I assume some of you got torches.
Yeah, we brought light.
Well, that's okay because you might. Well, in that case, actually, why not? Let's do it. Let's put that on. Okay, so who has got the ability to see in the dark? And who needs a light?
I've got infravision, haven't I?
Infravision does not. Infravision doesn't let you see in the dark. It only reduces the penalties for seeing in the dark.
Has dim and dark, low light vision.
Yeah. Whereas we're down here without any light, it's pitch dark, isn't it? So we shall say we shall.
I've just turned my lamp on.
If there's any light at all here, she doesn't get any kind of penalties.
Rubbish
low
lamp.
light vision. Low light vision's not the same though, is it? Oh, actually, I tell a lie. Low light vision. He's programmed in low light vision, so let's give you it if you've got low light vision. Anyone else got? Bewley, have you got low light vision?
He does, I believe.
There you are. You should now have low light vision on.
The Sprawl Runner's equipment list doesn't have any kinds of torches or lanterns or anything like
Oh,
that.
it's on the effects thing. And actually, if you drag a, you're using 5.3, ain't you, Kevin? If you drag a torch and then equip it, it will automatically light you up. Can I swap the lantern or whatever I've used for a torch? Just because lantern seems rubbish. Yeah, yeah. Light, the one I use, lamp is rubbish.
Okay, now
Water
humans
range.
need. No, you've got low light, so you don't actually need anything.
Yeah, and so it says ignore dim and dark for low light vision. But now I don't know how it works in Sprawl Runners, but you should be able to, like, there should be a token that you just drag over that says, I mean, it's called dark vision, right? I've got the code I use to just type into the effect if you need it.
Hang on. No, hang on. I just need to get you a bit further. Yeah, see, you should be okay. There you are. You should be able to see.
I do.
Yeah, that's your low light vision working. And obviously, I put torches on Pow Pow and Merlin.
I don't have a torch. I've got low light vision.
Been you.
You got low light. How the hell have you got low light vision? You're human.
I know, but I'm wearing goggles.
Buell is an orc. Look at him.
No, I'm talking about
talking
Pow
to
Pow.
someone else. I'm sorry. I was like, wait a second.
no,
that ain't human.
Okay, so
which way is the
so confusing. Okay, token.
Yeah, so I'm wearing low light goggles because I figured that we were going to go into somewhere that we're going to sneak into somewhere dark, and I'm going to change it to cat. I get low light vision anyway.
Let's drag Pow Pow over there. I'm still getting my head around this. It's horrible. So the fact that you can't move tokens and at the same there we go. Turn off that and turn on low light vision. There you go. The fact I can either do lighting or I can move you guys, but I can't do both. Okay, so now if you've got low light vision, you've got low light vision. If you don't have low light vision, you should have a torch, which is basically Merlin by the look of things, and Mr. Donahue.
I've got a torch.
And tokens shouldn't be locked, so you should be able to move freely. And then I'm going to turn off. The only thing I'm going to do is when you get to there, I am going to lock it because I'm going to do this. No, that's absolutely fine. I can unlock tokens again. Off you go. Quite uneventful journey thus far. And when you get to about there, okay. That's where we interrupt things. Sorry, we interrupt our.
What is that you're doing to make that pop up?
Wait, what pop up?
The little public Joker just popped up.
There we go.
I'm just dealing cards from the card deck.
Oh, and then decide if you're dealing cards, then deciding that when something pops up, that's an encounter.
Well, yeah, the standard Savage Worlds rules, isn't it?
Well, I'm still learning. Remember, I'm picking your brain.
If a face card comes up, then you have an encounter. Jokers are basically
see, I didn't know that. That's why I'm asking.
It depends on the setting. It depends upon the setting. Okay, this will be interesting.
You're the GM. I trust you. You're right every time.
Can I have notice checks from people, please? Okay, Wave, no, you're obviously still griping about your hair. Donahue, I think you're worrying about what you might have just trodden in. Merlin, Beulah, Aki, and Pow Pow, you definitely hear something. And Aki, you're the one who's furthest ahead. You really can't. You really are sort of slightly taken aback for a second there, where basically you realise you can see someone in a hot dog suit up ahead.
Say it over the intercom quietly.
Okay, so the hot dog guys, I need to make it. They've looked very soiled and dejected. So, right, okay, they don't hear you coming, so they are surprised this round. So we'll deal with the cards in, and Donahue, you get to act first on the Ace of Hearts. I ought to make the guys visible on the combat tracker so you can see them. Donahue.
Okay. Okay, I see him.
They seem to be arguing amongst themselves at the moment, but you get the impression that they, based on past experiences and the fact they're all armed, you expect they will be problematic.
Do they seem to have noticed us, or
you have surprise for the next 6 seconds?
Yeah, they've not noticed us.
Yeah, you have surprised them. They failed their notice check. That's a hit.
I do have a silencer on my pistol.
Nice. Okay, well, I do believe that hot dog's going to... Basically, that hot dog's argument about, look, I tell you, Mr. Big will be talking to us really... And then his head explodes. If you wish to move, feel free to do so.
I'll move and take some cover.
Okay, that brings us to wife. Sorry, my mistake. I clicked a button I wasn't supposed to. I won't do it again.
The one I see is the one whose head just exploded. I can't see anyone else on the map.
He appeared to be talking back that way. They were walking down the corridor, and he was sort of looking behind him when Donahue shot him.
That had his brains against the wall, you mean? Yeah.
Yes.
Good shot, Donahue.
Get this far, peek around the corner, and see what's there that he's talking to.
There's 3 of them all in a line. They all look up in shocked horror when you appear. I'm going to take them off hold. They're not acting this round, but I'm taking them off hold so I don't forget if they survive this round.
I still had move left, so I'm just moving in on the first one and punching him.
Go for it.
Target him.
Yeah, quite a bit of move left. That's, for my reckoning, that's 7 inches movement so far.
I think I hit him.
I think you hit him.
No, you missed. That's a miss. That's like a D&D roll.
Oh my word. I think you might have hurt him.
I'm gonna, because I still had move left.
You've got 5 inches of movement left if you want to keep moving. But yeah, you can step to there. Okay.
Oh, let me move. I'll whisper into the headsets. You better hurry, Aki, if you want to get any of these.
I'm going to shoot him.
They do look very sad.
Oh, you can fuck off. What is it with this gun? I need to get a new rifle. I keep using the same one and it keeps breaking.
It jams.
It jams all the time. It's a piece of junk. It jams and then I go, jam.
Yep, okay, and then you back off. So you walk up and you basically pull the trigger and it just goes tick.
Now whisper to Aki. Now learn to use your bare hands. They don't jam.
Yeah, I'm going to use my bare hands next time. Well, not quite my bare hands, yeah. Now Beulah's turn.
It is. He's obviously he's either muted or he's cogitating what he's going to do.
Goddamn son of a bitch.
Oh, we've lost it.
No, just for a second.
Are you doing anything, or shall I put you on hold?
I just moved.
Apologize. Yeah, I saw. Thank you. If you run, you might be able to get to the end of the. Oh, you're ducking into cover. Very sensible. Unless there's anything else, please end your turn. Thank you, Mr. Merlin, sir.
Okay, Merlin is going to step around this way and wait for them to try to run away.
Good call.
Actually, I think I'll go ahead and run just a little bit. Yeah, that'll work. Yeah, okay. Merlin will run you there, and that will be his turn.
Okay, Mr. Pow Pow, sir.
Well, I can hear shots fired, but I can't really see anything else. So, let's run randomly in a direction.
I think that's rather in keeping with you, because you're spending too much time looking at where you're stepping as you run.
Yeah.
3 inches to there. You've still got another 4 inches.
Right up the middle.
Right up the middle. That's absolutely fine. Okay.
Right, so what are we shooting at? What are we shooting at?
They sure pick at the
Hot
button.
dogs.
So Mr. Donahue gets to go first.
Okay. Does there seem to be more of them, or did?
Well, you shot. He was definitely talking to one, and you saw basically you heard the sound of Wave punching something. But other than that, unless anyone communicates with you, you can see as many as you can see, which is of course at the moment is none visually. But you can see the passageway goes off to the left, and Merlin did run that way as well. Yeah. So you advance to there. If you wish to advance further, you will need to run, or you can.
No, I'll move up to there and take cover. Look
Sounds
down.
good to me. I will not press. Okay, hot dog number 2. Well, you're quite right. He is definitely going for a run. Not very far though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, look at that! Just exposing himself at the end of the corridor. Mind you, you guys probably can't see him actually.
Yeah, not quite.
Yeah, Wave knows
But
what
you
she
can
left.
hear him. Yeah.
So I'm not going to be able. I'm going to be able to step up to this one. And it's like, we did warn you guys. And she's just going to punch. I might like this martial artist thing.
I'm going to have a play around with these torches because I want them to be cones rather than circulars, but that's by the by. I'll work that out for the next one. Okay, that's a hit.
Yeah, they don't work as cones yet.
No, I know. Okay, he's shaken. Does he recover? He does recover. He is going to try and stab you. Once it lets me accept your... what's going on with your move? Oh, because I'm playing in the wrong area, that's why. He's going to attempt to stab you, Waif. Which misses. Aki. I've also... I don't like hiding my rolls, but I've found out I'll get a lot less console errors if I hide rolls with the fast test extension on, so... Makes life easier. You can't use the tower if you've got the fast test extensions on, I've found. Your players might be able to, but a GM might not. Mr. Aki, sir. The hell is the range of vision?
I moved up there. That rifle was on the floor. And I'm going to let my hand razors come out and slash him with it.
Click on that. Click on token vision. No, click on light. Remove the light.
Motherfucker.
Then be the power of light.
Power of my rolls.
6 with 6. Add. Yeah, that's better. I'm happier with that. Donahue, remove yours and give you the light power with a range of 6 and a drop off of 6. Add that. There you go. That's a better, slightly better radius. Okay, so you shake him. Merlin. You can hear footsteps somewhere beyond the end of the tunnel.
I will move up to there and I will shoot him with my bow.
Go for it.
Bang bang. Poop poop.
I'll make some torches later for equipment purposes for you guys in the future. Right, you shake him. That brings us to Pow Pow, unless you wish to do anything else, Mr. Merlin, sir.
Oh, that's it.
Mr. Pow Pow, sir.
Skillfully avoid floaters.
5 to there. 8 to there.
Oh, I can see something.
I say they're very bedraggled looking. Their mustard's quite brown now.
I shall try and shoot him.
Well, you certainly succeeded in shooting him.
Yeah, that's not all, it's brown.
Down he goes. Leaving us with Mr. Beulah. And someone ends their turn. Mr. Beulah, sir.
Looks like there's not much for me to do, so I'll just move on over here and end turn.
No problemo.
I have to get in the habit of doing that because normally you do it. You're trying to resist pressing the button, and we're like, "Oh, we've got to remember."
Okay. The bad guy's got the jokers. Okay, he's going to remove his status of being shaken, and he is going to take 2 actions. He attacks Aki, and he attacks Waif. And because he's got a Benny, I'm going to spend it. Missing on Waif, and I'll spend another one on attacking Aki. I'll just have to drop it in there rather than actually.
Oh, the bitch.
We got you, I'm afraid.
He needs to really spend some time at the dojo with me.
Yeah, I think yeah, Aki really does. But oh, look at that! 15 points of damage. How come you got toughness 12?
Armor. And thermal plating.
Okay. That's absolutely fine. I was just curious. It's like, but I'm not doubting it. I was just like, Blake.
Yeah, no, we talked about it the other week, didn't we? That's right.
Yeah, exactly.
That's why I got the armor for. So when they hit me, they've got to get through that.
Waif really shows how to hit yet again. Mind you, she's losing it. That was 10 lower than her last attack.
Still hit with a raise.
Which shakes him again. Beulah, there seems to be some sort of fight going on somewhere up ahead. But you can hear it, but you can't see anything from where you are. A very good run might get you to the end, you know. That might be enough for you to get to the end. Oh, I didn't expect you to go that way, but yeah, of course. 8 inches gets you to there. Go for it. It would be dramatically appropriate to hit one of your friends, you know, if you critically fail.
That would be Aki. He draws critical, critical fails like a magnet.
He does. That's just a straightforward miss. On a 1, rolling a 1 and missing, it would be a hit. A critical fail would have been a definite hit. But anyway, you take a shot, but unfortunately, you're having to try and aim past, not taking too much time trying to avoid hitting Aki and Waif, and obviously the hot dog. So it proved a little on the tricky side. That time, however, that works. Go for it. Unless you wish to bend the damage, but yep, that's enough. He was shaken, so you put him down with a wound. And down the final one goes. And quietness returns. And Aki, you can go.
Shake it off, Paul.
Aki, if you want to go pick up your rifle, you can, of course.
Yeah, I'll pick it up and ungem it, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I should have unlocked the token. Yeah, tokens are unlocked again, allowing you to continue exploring, which will be uneventful until you reach the wall you need to reach.
Map, so basically we know which direction to go, right?
Oh yeah, indeed. Aki's following the map, which is why I showed you the way in the first place. In fact, now combat's over, I will turn off lighting again. So, and yeah, line of sight. Just give you yeah. So anyway, you get to the end of the map without any issues. I shall move everyone else up there because there is no need to. The wall's over there. Don't worry about order and everything. So you basically get to the area shown on the map. So basically, just beyond the tunnel wall, you could. It would appear that some excavation work has already been performed for you, and you can see that there is just basically some brickwork's been removed, revealing a white or off-white plastic-looking wall, which you recognise as Plasti-Still 7, trademark approved. It's got a mirror-like, almost mirror-like gloss, and apparently it's about, on average, this stuff's usually about a foot thick, or 30 centimeters. Pardon me.
Well, let's do the thing with the wall then.
Okay. You reckon that basically the canister's got enough for 2 uses of sort of enough area for you to all to fit through, if that makes sense. So as long as you don't overuse it, if you find the need for it later on, you should be able to get out again. As in if it sort of. But you spray it on the wall, and literally the wall basically begins to bubble, then slightly steam, and then finally the mirror-like effect vanishes and turns slightly grayer, and basically you can always see a bits of the wall seem to sag, and when you press on it, it now does move, and you are able to sort of put your hand inside the wall when there is resistance. It is like trying to walk through a marshmallow or something, but
Merlin wants to try to cut it with his sword and just make an opening so that we don't have to push through.
Okay, you give it a try.
Do I just roll damage then?
Just roll damage, yeah. No, I mean you hack at it as best you can, but it just appears to sort of gloop back together. It's very strange. You are literally just gonna have to.
I tried.
Yeah, you did try. But who's going first?
I'll go first.
You want to go first? Okay.
Since we've got no Queeg.
Okay, so we'll take Aki and pop Aki on this map here. His view. That's and you find yourself in basically in the ductwork. So how does the lighting work for the dark vision? Token vision, low light vision, plus. There we go. So now you have to put it on every time. I can't remember how he's done. Oops.
You should just put it on the combat tracker, and that solves it, doesn't it?
Yeah. Do you know what it is though? Because I don't.
For what? The lighting?
Yes, because he's changed it. That's
yeah.
Is it the ambient lighting you're trying, or is
no?
it
It's called. It's. I think it's. Is it? It's not dark vision.
It was vision colon, wasn't it? Because it used to be vision colon like dark vision, but he's got rid of dark vision. So let's try. Right, let's get rid of the token. Vision colon 12. Low.
Yeah, I think he realised that vision has range, which kind of throws him off.
Low light vision. And that worked, didn't it? You appeared to have low light vision, which when I delete the token now, it doesn't go away. Brilliant. Okay. Bueller vision, low light vision. Come on. There we go. Low light vision. That's what we had before, wasn't it? And then
yeah, Bueller, the orc has the low light vision. So
yeah, exactly. Bueller has it, the dwarf has it, and Pow Pow's got some low light vision goggles, which is fine. So then what I've got to work out is how to do the torches. They logically are the.
So a silly question springs to mind. Sorry, to disrupt the game. So you do the map creation. You open up, you take it out of play mode, and then you'll be able to add a light to the map, and it'll be a drop down preset list.
Yeah.
Yeah. That preset list is populated by the rule set.
Mm-hmm.
So will it not have to be rewritten for Pathfinder?
Yes.
Right. Okay.
Dark vision needs to be added back in because you took it out because Savage Worlds doesn't have dark vision, but Pathfinder does.
Just because we were talking about lightning, I'm thinking, hang on, wait a minute, we have to change all this.
Yep.
Sorry, folks. Protest.
Right. Yeah, I'm sure he knows he's on it anyway, but he doesn't. I don't seem to have any abilities in my abilities tab, so for some reason they're not an empty list. Loaded the module, but it's like I haven't. But it doesn't matter because it's in abilities, isn't it? Low light vision. Have that as a.
Okay.
It doesn't matter anyway.
Under token light shouldn't have anything. Right, let's borrow away for a second. This winds me up. What really winds me up about this is I can't program lighting and move tokens at the same time. It's very annoying. Okay, I don't know what's going on. Anyway, let's just move you all into the bloody thing and then we'll worry about it later.
But Wave does have vision. Does it automatically count it because it's on my abilities?
I think if you drag it from the abilities.
It's not on your abilities though. It is in the new rule set, but it isn't yet.
I'm confused.
The ability which is ignore dim dark has nothing to do with the lighting. That is ignoring the penalties. To actually have an effect on lighting, it has to actually be programmed in.
Yeah, I'm just in the 5.3. Normally, it's on abilities like low light or whatever it's called. Yeah, but it's not in here for some reason. Doesn't matter. Just stick it on the combat track and we're all good, isn't it?
Yeah, it won't go away. Right. I just need to work out what a torch is for Donahue and Merlin.
Well, torch is on the presets on the effects list.
Presets doesn't. Yeah. Oh, the effects list. Of course it is. Sorry,
Yeah.
I see what you mean. Yes.
Yeah, the biggest problem is the fact that torches are designed to be round, and I wouldn't know how to do a cone lighting because there is no facing.
Yeah, there's no cone lighting anyway at the moment, is there? But you just assume that you're spinning around so you can see in all directions.
Technically, there's no facing. So.
Yeah.
So if I go to token lighting,
cool
select the preset of the power. That's what I want. Yeah. So how do you get rid of a? Oh, like so. Okay, so if I go to effects and I go power light down to Merlin, brilliant. That's exactly how I wanted it to go. So I want to take that out to 6, 6, and then I'm going to change that to torch, and that should still. And it doesn't have a duration. It doesn't run out. There we go. And then so Merlin, did that work? Let's assume that. And then Donahue, same thing. I'll just give light power for now. And then 6. I'm just maybe I have to keep calling it light power, even though it's not a torch, because I don't want them flickering. Basically, is what I'm trying to do here. Let's try that again. Hopefully that will work. We'll see what happens, because this is a really cool map if I get the lighting working. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Who's missing off the new map?
I haven't got the new map. There I am.
Pow pow.
Pow pow. Thank you. There you go.
He's brushing all the grossness off his clothes, I'm sure.
Okay, so basically, there you are. You are all crawling through the heating duct system. Isn't that fun for you?
I'm glad I brought the poncho.
That's interesting. Why is that not letting you go south? Hang on. I know what I need to do. I need to turn off on the grid. I need to turn off token snap because I made this map and it looks like the bloody tokens are bigger than the holes, which is annoying. Can you go south now? There we go.
Can't see anything to the south though.
Wonder why. Beulah can.
Yeah, so I'm going to turn my torch back on.
I wonder why your vision doesn't work. Why?
Oh, now it works.
Do it that way. Oh, very quiet.
So how come we've got that top passage? Is something wrong with it?
See a flashing light up ahead.
Something up with it. Oh crap! Hang on.
I'm just using the arrow keys to move around, then you don't go sliding off all over the place.
Yeah, let's go. I need to turn something off so I can see what's going on. Sorry.
Merlin and Pow Pow want to split the party, huh?
It looks like it.
We're just playing the lights.
Now Merlin's total, or is it Pow Pow or Merlin that's gone? Yeah, Merlin's.
Merlin's by himself. Completely. Yeah.
There's my lighting get all over the place.
We have some map that told us which way to go through it.
No, you got no map of this area.
We're looking for a way to drop down into the floor so we can find these.
Yeah, so basically what you should find, you notice here and here are some grills, and where, and up where Merlin wants to split the party, Merlin, there's a grill up there as well. By you should be able to open them. But I can.
So how can I open this grill? What do I need to roll?
You just open it.
Yeah, I'm going to open this one here as well.
Yeah, it's open if you wish to step into the room. And then I'm going to look the tokens from this point as people are entering the room. So Merlin. Oh. Actually, Merlin, you didn't need to open that one. So basically, from Merlin's perspective, apparently once I forgot to populate this room. Oh, I must have spent more time on the other one. Apparently, once a rest area, this lounge area now gives off both the odour and traces of death. Dark stains splatter the walls, floors, and what remains of the furniture. It's because it's destroyed, so I didn't have any broken furniture, so I can put it in. A bulletin board, you can't see this yet, but on the bulletin board of the north wall, so we'll worry about that later. But as you climbed up through the ducting to this point here, you noticed that basically this ducting's already been broken inwards into the room.
Guys, we may be late to the party.
In the meantime, for Beulah and Aki, and I'll accept everyone else's movements for a second there. For Beulah and Aki, the air in this whole... I've lost my description. So the air in this... Hang on. I'm obviously... You can always tell when I've been writing descriptions late at night. So it should be hall. The air in this hall is dead and humid. The smell of rotting carrion hanging like a fog over everything. When you enter, the fetid air hits you like a wet shroud. The other thing you notice is obviously the flashing amber emergency lights.
Well, are they not doing biotech? I mean, hadn't we encountered a place where we went to the farm, we had those people in the coffins? Maybe something like that. They've been experimenting, it's got out.
Yeah, Merlin will go ahead and climb into the room. You said something about a bulletin board.
Yes, indeed I did. It's on the north wall. So there's a bulletin board on the north wall. It contains average quality computer-generated drawings of humorously bizarre creatures. They've been given cute names, with some apparently nicknamed after employees at the facility, it would appear. So it's obviously just, office humour.
We might want to stick together on this if there's creepy crawlies. Or cyborg assassins or something like that.
Is that a blood splat on the floor in front of Aki?
Did you just open that door?
I did just open that door.
Oh dear.
Oh dear, he says as he sees a blood splat on the floor.
No, that's absolutely... yes, it's blood splat on the floor. Sorry, that's okay. I thought you were in a different room. But yes, there is blood splatters on the floor, yes. Appears to be some sort of storage room.
You can't walk through walls. You have to pretend line of sight is a wall and you can't walk through it.
Merlin's going over there. It's Merlin. Oh, okay, Mr. Merlin. So as you're looking in there,
we should all go together.
The air is dry and stale with a faint hint of decaying matter in the air. The room, I'm just going to set the moods for everyone. The room is designated for stylish indirect lighting, but looks harsh in the flashing amber. In the distance can be heard the soft sound of maybe machinery, maybe something else. The massive steel door in the north wall is lettered with the words Alpha Section Access and is sealed, locked in place. Small panels of amber lights flash around, but to their own rhythm, out of sync with the rest of the room's lights. Nor is there any access hatch to its workings. A small telephone handset is attached to the wall directly to the left of the door. In the centre of the room is a circle of plants, all seemingly healthy and thriving, but weirdly coloured in the amber light.
I think I may have found something interesting up here, guys. Somebody want to come up here and actually walk into the room, because I won't.
Actually, what does it look like for players with all the amber lights? Do you like the amber light effect? I was quite proud of that. Interesting.
Quite good.
Night vision. The cats. Yeah, night vision. Cats are.
It's not
cool.
bad, but I don't have photosensitive epilepsy technically. But if those lights keep flashing long,
I can turn them off. Yeah, don't worry. I was conscious about that. I can turn them off if we need to. It was the idea to give you an idea as you turned up. It was bad, but I can reduce the effects.
When it goes red, that's when we're in trouble.
Yeah.
Some people where any flash will trigger it, but if I'm exposed to it long enough, I start getting weird.
Well, you get the idea. I can always do.
Grandson was telling me about Doctor Strange, and he's going on about how great a movie it was and stops dead in the middle, but you can't watch it, Nana. What?
That should fix that. There you go. I was just playing around with it. I thought it would get too annoying after a while, so I wasn't planning on keeping it going. I just wanted you guys to get it for atmosphere to begin with. So there we go. Also, actually, you can see the flickering lights once I turn the amber lights off. Someone tried to walk through a wall.
That'd be me. That'd be me.
Yeah, that's not going to work.
Doesn't like quite line up with the grid look.
It does, but if once you're slightly off the grid, you're in trouble.
Oh.
And also, I have turned because the doors are a bit on the tight side. I have also turned off undo snap to grid, so you can do partial grid movements, which I find usually means you can get through the doors easier.
I was using the arrow keys as the.
Yeah, arrow keys usually work better, to be honest. On that.
I thought I'd try them since somebody suggested it, and I did. Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, once you're on the grid, it's all right. When you're off the grid, it's like, what is that thing? Is it a console or a?
Okay, so the small auditorium that you just walked in, the door is unlocked and beyond repair, it should say. And beyond it are the remains of a once stylish auditorium, possibly used for group presentations and discussions. To you, it looks more like the aftermath of a wild party, with smashed seats and a table strewn here and there. The walls are smeared with Lord knows what.
We haven't got a big door here.
God, I was dictating this and I didn't notice how I was obviously so tired. I didn't notice. Okay, so debris litters the room. A smashed computer terminal sits in the far corner. Basically, this place has been trashed.
The computer terminal, is it connected to a device port by any chance?
You don't know. You can't tell from where you are.
I don't know. Just somebody mentioned a computer. I just thought, Donahue, if you must be desperately trying to find a port.
Interesting. The light power cancels out amber lighting. It's really interesting because it's brighter.
I'm sorry, I'm having a little trouble following along. We found a console or something.
Aki found a smashed computer console.
Oh, if it's smashed, that's not going to do me much good.
Is it beyond use?
I'll take a look at it.
Aki, you disturb some of the decay in this. Whoops! I just closed the map instead of. That's interesting. If I do that, that'll bring the map back. You disturb some of the decay and rubbish in the room, and basically, you suddenly realise it keeps moving after you dislodge it. And why is my computer frozen? There we go. So you realise it keeps moving after it dislodges it, and two giant cockroaches scurry around the place towards you.
Lovely.
Mandibles waving badly. Oh, good. They get to go first.
Hooker.
A giant cockroach bites you. Hitting. Doing no damage. You get to go next.
I'm going to hit him back.
Miss.
Not even that.
You hit.
Is he dead?
No, the blow bounces off its chitinous hide.
Hooker. Right, I'll do my second attack then.
It did cost me a penny.
Oh, trumpets.
Wave. Seems Aki's done his traditional jit point, finding trouble.
Okay, and we can hear him fighting in there, right?
I'm fighting cockroaches. Giant cockroaches.
I don't have the tokens locked, so I can't see how far I've moved.
That's okay. I shall look them now. There we go.
Oh, now I can't see how far I moved, though.
You haven't moved yet, I'm sure. If you'd moved, I'd see distances on your movement if you'd moved. So you obviously haven't moved yet.
Go, oh geez, Aki. Only these I'm not gonna punch. I'm gonna draw my pistol.
Okay, 3 inches to there. That's a hit with a raise. You shake it.
I whispered, Aki, it's better when you use a gun that doesn't jam.
Yes.
Mr. Bueller, sir. You hear gunfire to the east. Oh, there we go. Yeah, you've got line of sight to there. It's a very big cockroach. You've never seen one that big before. How big are they? Yeah, they're about the size of a dog, apparently. Sorry, size -1 would be... Yeah, size of a dog.
Yeah, big to the ride, huh?
Yeah, Jilta could ride these, yeah. Alas, their chitinous hides are proving quite effective at blocking everyone's bullets. Merlin. You shall be next, sir.
Okay, Merlin is going to step forward a bit, right here behind Beulah. He will use Beulah as a brace and shoot the cockroach with his bow. He will use one of his combat arrows.
Ooh. That sounds impressive. That's a hit with a raise.
I will Benny that.
Okay.
And get even worse. Okay, shake then.
You shake. The arrow hits it and does knock it sideways, but doesn't penetrate its armor. That will bring us to Mr. Donahue.
Okay, so where is this smashed terminal?
The giant cockroaches are crawling over it at the moment.
Okay.
Well, not literally, but you know what I mean, in the same room as the giant cockroaches. Which is why you can't see it, because one of them's on top of it.
Okay, that's a closed door. That door is closed. I'll move him.
Go for it.
Can I attack number 3? I can kind of see him, but it doesn't look like I'd be able to shoot.
It looks like it's going through the walls, doesn't it, to me? Yeah, I suppose actually you can almost see him, I suppose. I will allow it, actually, yes, if you want to shoot number 3. Sorry, I see what you mean. You can actually see it. Obviously, it's drawing the direct line, but if I look at the lighting, you can see it, yes. I could reasonably give it cover, though, couldn't I?
Well, I'm not actually going to shoot. I'm going to just try to, like, distract.
Be my guest. You need a 4 to succeed in a test.
Oh, okay.
If you want to spend a penny, you can, of course.
Not yet.
Okay. Pow pow.
What I'll do is stare at the plants in the room and cast summon ally on them.
Make a notice check as you stare at the plants, and then as you're casting your summon ally as well. You can do it whichever order you like.
So there's a notice.
Okay, that's absolutely fine. I wouldn't worry about it.
Absolutely fine. Nothing to see here.
Nothing to worry about. I really wouldn't worry about the fact you didn't notice anything. You successfully cast Summon Ally.
Woodland Spirit.
Woodland Spirit. Main. Woodland Spirit is... hang on. You have to open it up and then drag the token to the combat tracker and drop it. Not the token, the shortcut to the combat tracker, which therefore... and then you drop it on the card, because that's how it works now, and the Woodland Spirit appears in the plants.
Apart from running to there, that's it.
Okie dokie. What's your Woodland Spirit going to do?
The Woodland Spirit is going to... run to there. Just saunter. It's a casual Woodland Spirit.
Okay. It's going to do anything when it gets there.
Yeah, so smart range.
It's 5 inches in range.
5 inches in range. Yeah, I think what I'll do is I'll cast Entangle onto Cockroach. Now what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to roll Spirit in because the powers don't work.
Yeah, I know. I'll have to look into why. It's fine.
All sorts of confusion.
Yeah, I'll have to look into why that broke.
Why can't I see the stats, bro?
There you go. It failed. Oh, you can't see that. It failed to cast Spirit. Unless you can get
right.
it.
Okay, that's enough for me.
Okay, that's the giant cockroach is remaining shaken, and that's this one here. I think I'm going to spend a penny to unshake the giant cockroach. And I'm going to have it come barreling down here and attack. Oh, no, it does say it attacks the nearest player, so I'm afraid it has to gang up on Naki. Missing.
Yeah. Cockroach.
And the giant cockroach number 3 gets a joker.
Oh.
Well, you did just call it pathetic, so I'm not surprised it's upset with you.
Intelligent cockroach. Shit.
It did do enough damage this time to basically gnaw upon your torso.
Did it? Right, okay.
You wish to spend your last remaining penny.
Yes.
Yes, you basically are able to knock aside it as mandibles attempt to bite upon you. That brings us to Mr. Merlin, sir.
Merlin will try shooting again. It's shaken. Maybe he can actually kill it this time.
Go for it. But the last thing you expected to find on a sprawl around a cyberpunk adventure with cockroaches. In a lab, at least. Yep, your arrow skewers the cockroach and it dies quite well. It's incapacitated. It actually survived its vigor roll, but it goes down and stops moving after a few seconds.
And then I will. No, I think I'm going to stay where I am.
Okie doke. Waif. That's a hit.
Oh, I'm going to Benny the damage one time.
Okie dokie.
Maybe not.
Cockroach is proving a tough cookie. That brings us to Mr. Donahue.
All right. I'll get into that.
Okay, you distracting it or making it vulnerable? As you basically fire indiscriminately at it in a way to put it off. Your call. You can click on whichever one you want on the tracker, or just tell me.
Oh, I see it. Okay. He's already gone, so we'll make him vulnerable.
Yep. So okay. You basically you basically shoot at some of the debris it's standing on. It causes it to slip sideways and fall slip to one side, revealing its slightly easier to hurt underside. Pow pow.
Yeah, I think I'll go to there.
Well, how you walk through that wall, but it let you.
And I will cast.
Gucci bollocks.
Yeah, tell you what, I'll try and tangle the last one myself.
Yay. Well, that's it. Entangled. You didn't get the raise, but it is entangled. And the toughness is toughness 5. Okay.
And Woodland Spirit. We'll try and roll that again to see if we can get it to bound. Why do the stats keep disappearing? That's really annoying, that.
I don't know. You do not know why the stats keep disappearing. Did I share it?
Yeah. Just that if you go to combat. So successfully the Woodland Spirit casts Entangle as well. So that's stacked to bound.
Yeah, hang on. Yeah, hang on a second. What? I think the problem with these spirits is they don't. This spirit doesn't. Arcane background gifted. That can't be right, surely. I'm gonna have to check that out. Okay. Yep, that will basically make it bound. Because it's already entangled. That brings us to Beulah. Open up Spore.
All right. Well.
I'm going to trussed up like a lobster.
You have indeed, and it's also vulnerable at the same time at the moment.
So as soon as Beulah leaves, that thing will be in its range of sight.
Yep. There you go.
Without the coin. That was damage. My bad.
Well, you better hit and hope you don't get a raise. Which you did. You might as well just drag the raise damage dice and drop it in the chat window to get your proper damage.
Okay, so it's 13. I just drag it onto him, right?
If you just drag out that little grayed out dice and drop it in the chat, that will just roll the bonus damage manually. It's absolutely fine.
Okay, I don't see the grayed out dice. I see the 13.
It's at the bottom left-hand corner, underneath, to the left of run and underneath one action, and to the right of modifier. There's a little grayed out damage, little grayed out dice. You see it.
Okay, so run. I see toughness.
No, so you've got the modifier box, and you've got your little run button and your one action next to and then there should be a little grayed out dice between them. Just about if you can't see it, I'll
underneath where it says one action.
Yeah, I don't see it. I'm sorry.
That's okay. That's fine. So 16 damage, which definitely puts it down. No problem. There you are. Someone else had the same idea as me. So, okay, the cockroach is.
That's perfect timing.
Mm-hmm. The cockroach is diminished.
So is this terminal any good? It'd be repaired?
It's smashed. No, it's completely smashed. Ugh.
Oh, I'm getting out of there. Don't fancy cockroaches.
I mean, other than just nabbing it for some spare parts, it is of limited use. Yes.
Sorry, what was that?
The computer terminal, it's basically absolutely smashed up. Other than using it for some spare parts, and even though most of those are smashed up. So, Aki, as you look south down the hallway, the hallway before you, basically, bears signs of scenes of a fight. It's evident that only an explosion could have caused the amount of damage that has caused the whole sections of the wall and the ceiling collapse, blocking the way. But you can probably clear the rubble.
What's the big door to the north?
The big door to the north is a big locked door to the north that has literally plastered written across it, in that military style paint, Alpha section. But it's completely locked.
I'm gonna clear the rubble.
Okie dokie.
And then let everyone, we can go this way. They catch up.
I think there's no way to unlock that door then.
I think that this door is where we're headed, guys.
Yeah, but that door's locked, so there might be a locking mechanism down here.
Merlin will point to the panel to the side of the door. Here, maybe?
Yay. So basically, Aki, you clear away the rubble. And so basically, once you finish clearing the rubble, you find the remains of 2 security guards whose bodies have been partially eaten.
Lovely. Is one of you lot going to try and hack that door up the top while we're looking down here, are you?
Is it hacking or thievery?
Thievery, I think that's Pow Pow's area of expertise, isn't it?
There is no, you cannot see any apparent way to open the door from this side.
I mean, they see the plants normal plants that have just grown really, really big, or are they just some exotic? No?
So, upon disturbing the bodies, a swarm of worms emerge.
Oh, bollocks.
It's always you.
It's always me, and I've got no bennies left.
Okay, these flesh worms crawl all over you and start chewing you up. Leaving you unharmed.
Excellent. I'm going to squish them.
Well, we'll see what everyone... Oh, they get to go first, so they basically eat you again.
Ooga.
Shaking you. Waif.
Well, but I'm covered in maggots.
Yeah, so give you the description of the door. That's the description of the room again. Yeah. So the massive steel door to the north is lettered with the words Alpha Section Access, and it's sealed, locked in place. A small panel of amber lights flash around it, but obviously, to sync. No control panel for the door is visible, nor is there any access hatch to its workings. A small telephone handset is attached to the wall directly to the left of the door. In the meantime, actually, Aki's sort of crying out, and you can look, if anyone's looking south, you can see he seems to be basically covered in flesh-eating worms. Waif.
Yeah, and Waif figures there's no way to hit the worms without hitting Aki. So you said there's a phone to the left of this door?
There is indeed.
Check it up and see if there's any reason.
Basically it appears to be you pick it up, there's no response, no sound, no lights come on. It appears to be dead.
Bollocks.
That spray stuff that got us in here.
The inner walls aren't plasteel. That's just like a plasteel shell around the whole complex. These are just normal concrete walls in an underground complex.
There appears to be no way of opening these doors besides brute force.
There is no way to open those doors, not even brute force.
So we have to find a way around them. Well,
no, not at all.
Not wanting to shoot Aki because this would be the one time I get a critical fail. I'm just moving on.
No problem at all. Merlin. Well, it's a swarm. It's no piercing weapons, stomping, or area effects are the only thing that work on swarms. Mr. Merlin, sir.
Yeah, Merlin doesn't like worms, but he does like Aki, so
probably the only one who does.
Let's go ahead and run.
You won't be getting no more drugs off me. You start being like that.
Yeah, we will run to there. You know what? I think I'm going to try a magic missile against them. Area effect would work, but will magic work? So I'm just going to toss a single magic missile at them.
I guessed. Because it's hundreds of little worms, that's the thing. So you will
a bullet.
Yeah.
Yeah, but being magic, it might like spread out or do something.
Yes, I know what you mean. Don't worry about the toughness, but yes, your magic missile strike, but your magic missile sizzles into the swarm of worms and does kill 2 or 3 or maybe even a dozen of them. But you know, there's a couple of 100, so it doesn't have any real effect, I'm afraid.
Yeah, kind of what I expected. Okay, I tried.
You did indeed.
Sorry, Aki.
Beulah.
Okay. Beulah's just looking around for a terminal somewhere, but he'll.
Aki and shakes.
Excellent. Right, so what? Slashing weapons work, or has he got? Have I just got to stomp on these things?
It's literally basically make a fighting attack, and then you do your strength in damage as you stomp on them. Basically, they gestated in the bodies. So yeah, you parry against the worms. I think they've only got parry. No, they've got parry 4. So you don't even stomp in enough. So you're killing them left, right, and centre, but you don't stomp in enough of them to put them down, I'm afraid. But you can retreat, of course, because they are a swarm and they only damage on their turn.
I'm going to run away like a girl.
Yeah, you run away, flicking flesh worms off you as you go. Brings us to Mr. Donahue.
If I move up 2, I can get close enough to stomp.
Yes, you certainly can.
Okay.
There we go. So that'd be so basically make a fighting check against them. Well, just pick any combat weapon to attack them with. So, whoops, hang on, you've targeted yourself. Hang on a second. There you go. You need a 4 to hit them. You got a 2. Do you wish to belly that?
No.
Yeah. You know, swarms are not as nasty under Swade as they were under Swex. Under Swex, as soon as you enter the area of effect of a swarm, they instantly attack you. But they don't do that anymore. Pow pow.
Pow pow. Oh fuck! Let's do Woodland Spirit first. If he can land next, is it?
Go for it.
Well, Woodland Spirit would go through there.
Okie dokie. Yep.
and it'll try and roll. I can't defeat totally screwed. He'll try and cast Slumber. Go to sleep.
Yep, 5, which is that's successful. That's a successful casting of Slumber.
Yeah, I will try and put
I need to work out
the
what's
swarm
broken
to
with these
sleep.
guys. I've got too many things to fix at the moment. It's quite depressing.
Yeah, but Woodland Spirit tells it winter's coming, time to hibernate.
Okay, Spirit roll -2. Okay, if you got the raise, you didn't get the raise. So it's just a straightforward Spirit. Oh dear. No, they fail. They fall asleep for the duration of the spell, 1 hour. Okay, that's it really. For all intents and purposes, they obviously they're still there, but they're for the next hour they're dormant.
Yeah, so now we can somebody wants to go down there and do some Michael Flatley dancing, river dance on them.
Yeah, I'm going to go down there and dance on them, yeah.
Let me delete it. Okay, that's fine.
Boogers.
Oh, that's probably because I need to be in painting mode to delete it. Game mode, I accept the video. Yeah, actually, I even had a plan for clearing the debris away. Look at that. But anyway, I mean, for all intents and purposes, for the next hour, they're out of it, so I'm not going to worry too much about it.
But, I want to check the bodies.
Indeed, you want to check the bodies of the security guards. They're basically quite partially. They've been mostly eaten, and you can see where the worms basically were basically festering inside them and obviously hatched out. They just have standard equipment of basically lightweight body armor, truncheon, batons, pistols, and that's about it, really.
Okay.
Way south is now clear. Let's leave it open. Yeah.
So a case for look for a place to unlock the door then.
Okay, the meeting room. Compared to most of the facility, there is damage. Hang on. Compared to most of the facilities, there is damage. Oh God, I'm sorry. It's all very well basically doing this at the middle of the night, but that is terrible. It's okay. There's little damage here. Compared to the rest of the facility, there is little damage here. The heavy meeting table remains intact, damaged only by long scratches along the top. The surrounding chairs remain upright, but with the cushions badly torn. Coffee cups are strewn about the room, but are undamaged. So where's Aki? Make a notice check as you walk into the room, Mr. Aki, sir. Your first, interesting. That's the wrong token. That's why. Their first thought is there's someone hiding under the desk, under the meeting table, between the chair legs, and you can see them down there.
Say hello. We're not going to attack. We killed the wormy things outside and some of these cockroaches.
It appears to be dressed in very tattered and torn lab coat. Some of the other clothing also appears to be tattered and torn, but then when he looks up at you, you see a furry face, cat-like eyes, and gold and black stripes.
Did somebody say cat?
Yeah. Donahue. This basically clambering out from underneath the desk appears to be something that's half human and half tiger. A name badge on it. Name badge on the tattered clothing you notice says Dr. Perkins.
Does it have a picture on it?
It does have an ID on it, yes. Showing it.
Does it match the wearer?
Well, you can't tell anymore because the wearer's basically got a tiger's, basically very much tiger's features now. But it could possibly.
Well, no, that's what I mean. Is the picture on of a tiger's head, or is it of a human head?
Oh, a human head. Sorry, yeah. And half anger, and basically starts running towards you.
Shoot!
Go for it. You can target Dr. Perkins, which I have for you. Take a shot. Dr. Perkins is covering the ground at surprisingly high speed, forcing your first shot to miss. Well, that's okay. You'll hit Aki first. Do you wish to back out the room as fast as you bloody well can?
He's not a wizard, so he's not as squishy as I am.
What I'm saying is, you got sixes. You've taken your shot, and unfortunately, the thing suddenly moves faster than you expected, and you miss. But you haven't yet moved. So if you wish to back out of the room, you can. Or if you wish to stay put, you of course can, and just end your turn. It's your call.
I will move. I'm just trying to decide which way to move. I'll head south.
The door to your right, Merlin, assuming you've already tried it, appears to be locked.
Yes, I have. Yes, it is.
Yeah, it does appear to be locked. It's got
Greetings.
a mag lock.
There's food downstairs.
Mr. Bueller, sir.
Your mum's here and all.
It seems they're always getting into trouble before you can do anything about it. Do you hear more gunfire to the south?
Okay, we actually are on initiative then.
Yes, I can't share the tracker anymore. You guys
I just wanted to move there to see what I can see.
What you actually see is, as you get to there, what you see is Bueller, basically not Bueller. Sorry, you're Bueller. You see Donahue sort of backing out of the corridor and moving swiftly down it, but basically never taking his eyes off that doorway there.
Or my pistol.
Or his pistol, yeah. He's literally backing away with the pistol drawn, basically not taking his eyes off that.
Bueller probably didn't hear the pistol fire, just me yelling.
Oh, just the yelling. Good point. I forgot it's silenced, isn't it?
Yep.
Yeah. Mr. Perkins doesn't. Is Mr. Oh no, Mr. Perkins is on the map. He's just Bueller can't see him. That's a good run. That's a very good run. Are you running past the room, are you? You've got 1 inch of movement left when you reach the doorway. And that you can see the half human, half tiger in the room. The hands are slightly halfway between hands and paws, but the claws do appear to already be going.
That's Dr. Perkins. But now he's something else.
Yes, but you assume it. Well, as I say, Donahue noticed a Dr. Perkins name badge. Whether that is Dr. Perkins or he just happens to be wearing Dr. Perkins' lab coat is another matter, which is why I put a question mark after him. But you shoot your mech tech pistol, which unfortunately again, Dr. Perkins question mark is moving surprisingly sprightly and fast, and you miss. And you quite sensibly back out of the way. Couldn't agree more. Aki,
I'm going to shoot him.
Is coming right in. Go
this
for it.
Fucking better not roll a 1. I'm going to shoot him 3 times.
Yeah, miss 3
son
times.
of a bitch.
that everyone hears full automatic rifle fire, assault rifle on fully automatic mode. Then he comes barreling out. Which way are you turning? North or oh, you're going south. Oops. Let's put you back. You've got 4 more inches of movement. Are you going north or south?
South.
South it's going. I love it. Everyone's just backing. I can't say I blame you. Everyone's backing out that room as fast as they can. Pow pow.
Pow pow. Everybody's running out of this room, aren't they?
They are indeed.
I think I'll go for there.
Okay. You get your first look at Dr. Perkins? Question mark.
What's wrong with him? He looks cute.
He looks a bit insane, to be honest.
He's a puddy cat.
That's one way to go, I suppose.
I'll try and entangle him. I've only done 2 inches of movement, haven't I?
Yes. You're going to hit him with a ball of string. Okay, Dr. Perkins is entangled.
At least he won't be able to move from there.
Well,
and I think
toughness 5.
And I think I'll move to there.
Okay, I shall accept the move.
And then I'll let Woodland Spirit try and do the same thing.
Okay, Woodland Spirit moves to there.
He can go in. He's expendable. And then Woodland Spirit will try and shoot some roots out, and fails.
Indeed.
But he's expendable.
Oh,
so fine.
He then vanishes.
Then vanishes.
Yeah, his
Duration 5.
Duration 5. So he disappears. No, he's expendable. He disappears. Yeah.
Yeah, he tries to. Yeah, basically. Yeah, what I'm trying to say is he casts entangle and then disappears.
Yeah, well, sorry, Pow Pow. In that case, Pow Pow's going to get was it 3, 2 inches of movement left. He'll just run. He'll leg it. Everybody's running away.
That's because not everyone's quite sensible about this. That brings us to Wave. Automatic gunfire was heard, Wave, to your south, and everyone you've just from this angle, you can see Pow Pow running back towards you.
Yeah, and I'm just gonna move up, but I'm gonna hold a position because I mentioned earlier, and if I'm hearing over the comms what they just spotted, yeah, Wave has a bad idea that whatever they were working on here not only went horribly wrong, but turned on them, and she's watching.
I hope we're not breathing in what I hope we're not going to regress into something else.
I'm sure you'll be fine. I don't think there's anything to worry about.
By the way, somebody can get in the room now. I have tied it up, before it snaps the string. It is tied up. Before it chews through the string.
I think you'll find it's just snapped through the string. But that was its action. Comes out into the corridor, yowling and wailing. It's a half yowl, half cry of pain and agony. Merlin.
Well, yeah, Merlin's going to shoot it. Everybody keeps running away from it. I don't know what it is. I'm going to shoot it.
Okie dokie.
Sounds like it's in misery. Put it out of its misery.
Someone's been experimenting.
I think you might have hit it. Just get this idea, you might have hit it there, Again with the damage. Amazing hit rolls and then terrible damage rolls today. You shake him.
Hoochie bollocks. Yeah.
Okay. Second round. And Pow Pow gets to go first.
Caught that. Be super careful about this. So he moves, so he exactly moves within 2 yards of him.
Yep.
And then he puts him, because it's only a pathetic range. he has to shoot somebody a taser.
Okay, that's a vigor check. You didn't get the raise.
Mine
it's just
is
a standard vigor.
Doesn't make a difference at all with mine.
It doesn't make a difference. Okay. Vigor check at -2 as you tase him. Or he's stunned, isn't he?
Stunned.
He makes it.
Oh, he's not. Run away! So 4 inches of movement.
Yep.
I think I'll run round there.
You can't run through walls. You have to use the cursor keys to go properly. Use the cursor keys. That way you can't run through walls. See?
There you go.
Look at that. Isn't that easier?
Easy peasy. There you
go. Or if you want to do a 2-stage movement, drag it up to the to the corner and then drag it
again. Yeah.
And let go and drag it again. Yeah.
Mr. Donahue, this thing is moving very fast. It's just literally, I mean, I know it looks static on our map, but it is all over the place. Oh, no, but no, I take it back. Were you aiming to hit it or were you aiming to distract it?
To, distract it or make it, well, actually vulnerable.
Well, your choice. Your choice. You succeed. You shoot at it, distract, you shoot at it, basically making it vulnerable. Good. Nicely done, sir. Nicely done.
Then I will backtrack a bit more.
Yeah, I can't say a baby. There's a door to yourself, you notice. That brings us to Waif.
She's straight on line of sight since Pow Pow ran out of the way. Thank you, Pow. I'd hate to hit you by mistake.
You hit, especially as it's been made vulnerable by Mr. Donahue. Oh.
And once again with damage.
You just needed a 7 to shake it, and it's already shaken.
Back up around the plants before it comes for me. Oh, that's too far.
No, okay. That brings us to Merlin.
Merlin's going to shoot it again. It seemed to work last time.
It did seem to work last time. It looks like bows and arrows are more effective than guns are today.
And bare hands. My bare hands, I was doing way better than I've been shooting.
Indeed. Oh, there we go. Yep, Merlin, your arrow pierces the flesh of the half human, half tiger, and Dr. Perkins, with a question mark, collapses to the floor and doesn't move again. Tokens are unlocked.
His ID card is a swipe card at all.
I'll head up and check the body, see if there's anything useful on it.
Indeed. A search of the body reveals not only the ID that you spotted, but also a green electronic security pass.
Okay.
This door right here is locked, guys. Whoever, maybe that magic card will open it.
Just.
I'm not very good at this, but can we unscrew the electronic lock?
You could try the pass on. Try the pass on it, yeah.
Yeah, we'll try that.
Okay, the door unlocks and opens when you press the security pass against it. This room is filled with small curtains, enclosed cubicles, common to even a medical clinic or hospital trauma center. Many of the curtains show the same ominous dark stains seen in many other areas. As you enter, the curtains are... As you enter... Oh, God, I really couldn't type last night. I am so sorry about this one. As you enter... Oh, sorry, yes. As you enter, the curtains are torn aside, and 3 things that may once have been men burst from the cubicles, rushing at you with death in their eyes. You're not having good luck today, are you? So the initiative is off, and Mr. Donahue gets the Joker.
A penny at last.
I shoot the center one?
I guess. Ooh, you targeted yourself as well. Hang on. There you go. Don't want to shoot yourself in your own panic.
And
targeting human 2. Oh, a zombie human 2. Right, okay.
It's interesting. I forgot to rename them. Sorry, you say. Oh, yeah. Sorry. Yeah, you hit him with a raise. With a cool shot to the head. Nice touch. Do that. Roll that damage. Do you get +4 damage on the headshots? I believe you do, yes.
I don't think it's necessary.
That just took his whole head off and part of his shoulder as well, didn't it?
Yeah. This is
yeah,
how to cause every player in the party to have a brown trouser moment. That has no effect. Only lying. Down he goes.
I will move out of the way so that others can get in or through.
Okay. You move out of the way successfully.
You've unlocked tokens.
Oh well, I'll lock them now. There we go. Mr. Aki's you have moved, we'll call it 2 inches to get to there.
Right, I'm going to shoot this guy.
Go for it.
Hopefully it works this time.
On full auto yet again. Yeah, miss.
Son of a bitch.
Someone either needs to get rock and roll or single shot, mate.
That's better.
That's better. You hit with a raise. Roll the damage. Okay, you basically put down this technician.
Technician? I thought he was a zombie.
Well, they're not really zombies, but it doesn't matter. They've got the same stats as zombies, but they're not they're mutated technicians. They're not zombies. Pow.
I think I'll just quickly go round the corner, shoot him, and back up in the team square.
Go for it. You hit with your shotgun, and yep, you just splat into the 4 walls. Well, that was rather short, but yeah. Anyway, yeah. So they basically you put down those poor individuals. From
They're dead.
There is a door to the south. Mr. Donahue, sir. If anyone, tokens are unlocked, so if anyone wants to move you freely, you can.
I see blood splatty footprints. Are there any corpses on the floor here?
No. The door to the east is locked, and the door further south to the west is not locked, but they're both closed doors at the moment. Sorry, I say they're closed. They're probably slightly ajar, but you'd have to physically open them to see through them. Is what
I'm going to have a listen at this door that I'm stood next to.
Make a notice check. You hear nothing of. You may hear no noise. You open the door. So here we go. Many table, maybe. Oh God. Do you know what? I give up. I really don't know what. I wish I knew. I wish I had been speaking to somebody last night because it bloody well looks like I was.
Well, yeah, you probably ate some chocolate. Yeah.
My complete ability. It should be lab tables. So many tables and lab counters fill the room, apparently used to study organic specimens, either living or dead. The ceiling is sagging dangerously, dripping what looks like rusty water. Pools of liquid are everywhere. The north wall contains 2 metal doors labelled A and B. The east wall has a metal door labelled, I love the way it came up C, labelled C, and the south wall has a metal door labelled D. The door to the south is partially ajar. In the southwest corner of the room, embedded in the wall, are the remains of a man.
Oh, right, I see him, yeah. Embedded in the wall.
Yes.
Hmm.
I love the way everyone else just lets you walk on your own and stays put.
They let me take all the risks. They think I'm quick, guess what it is.
Well, if you're run ahead, nobody's going to stop you.
As I say, the footprint, the blood-soaked footprints do head to the southern, slightly ajar.
Oh yeah, what came out? Merlin just opened the other door.
Merlin just opened the other door, did he? Merlin! Okay, right, locking tokens.
It wasn't me! I didn't do it! Yeah! I'm just going to quickly grab a drink.
I thought,
that's why I did it, so that people would quit blaming you.
Thanks.
I'm getting fed up with this. Right, I'm going to try. Right, this office was a staging area for Summers. Oh, for crying out loud! Do you know what? I really was terrible last night. I was basically dictating it rather than typing it, and that was obviously a mistake because I didn't notice anything. Staging area for some of the security guards, not some security guards, and it's now become their charnel house. 3 girls, 3 girls. Oh god! 3 guards are here wearing tattered security guard uniforms and nearly mad with fright. As you enter, they look at you in horror and scream. One of them shakes his head violently, crying out, "No more, no more," and they attack you. And there we go.
We're here to
Beulah gets to go first.
Okay.
Really well,
but I don't see anything attacking at this point.
Now you can see Merlin further to the south, right, literally going, "We're here to rescue," type thing. But that's about it. Also, you heard Aki talking about bloody footprints. Okay, so obviously you get to the doorway, you can see Aki in there, and you can see a trail of blood splattered footprints. Well, yeah, even in your low light vision, so it's all monochrome, you see a trail of blood splattered footprints.
Yeah, but I don't see anything else, so I won't run the whole thing.
Yeah. Brings us to Waif.
Well, I heard Merlin because I'm not that far behind him. So I'll step into the room because I know there's a problem there.
Yep. That's where you find 3 basically bits of what you suspect are security guards all over the place and on the walls, and three of them coming towards you. You take a firing stance and open fire, hitting one of the security guards.
I roll fine on attacks and damage sucks.
That definitely seems to be the case today. I've noticed you got either you really rock it or you basically do really good attacks and then terrible damage. Aki, stuff seems to be happening over there, but obviously, I mean, there's that slightly jaw draw.
A troubadour.
Is that a Star Wars character, is it?
You know what? Oh dear.
That's what it sounds like, doesn't it?
It does it? It's your jar. Instead of a jar door, I'm saying a door jar.
I'm going to have a look through this door.
Okay, you open the door. Okay, that Okay, so basically you open the door. There's a huge pile of bodies in here.
I'll quickly close the door.
There's a huge pile of bodies in here. Oh, control gets go now. So basically, it's okay. Where are we?
I think I found the real boss, everyone.
Yeah, basically, there's a huge pile of bodies, and you see a troll that seems to be sitting there. He puts down the arm he was eating and charges towards you.
Well, can I not quickly slam the door in his face?
Well, you slam the door in his face. He just basically slams the door straight back open again.
Baby.
He is on hold.
Well, I can shoot. Can I shoot him?
You can attempt it into. Well, you can attempt. Well, yes, you can. I will be nice. He has appeared on the combat tracker higher than you, but only because.
Actually, I've got a better idea. Right, since he's come running up to the door. Oh, he's jumped. Yeah. He's even though I opened the door, he jumped ahead of me. Did he?
Well, yeah, I dealt him a card and he ended up higher on the combat tracker than you, but I'll still let you finish your action because I'm nice like that.
Oh, thanks. I was going to think of just lobbing a grenade in the room.
Well, the point is he basically is moving as you are going, so you can, but you've still got 1 inch of movement left on my calculation, and then you can.
I could drop. I want to just drop a grenade in the door as I'm shutting it, and then step back.
Okay.
Sugar.
You've got 1 inch of movement left. But you know it's coming, so you will get a chance to avoid it. Okay. Make an agility check at -2.
I did it.
You didn't.
Oh, because I was running. Son of a bitch.
You failed by 1 whole point. That's okay. So basically you get to roll the damage for your hand grenade.
Do I not get to roll the attack as well? Or no?
Well, you just dropped it. It's just gonna. It's up.
I just dropped it by the door and shut the door, didn't I? So.
Yeah. Just roll it. Oh, well. So roll the damage. I mean, you just dropped it and just dive back. But okay. So the fragmentation.
I'm going to Benny it.
Okay. Well, I was about to be nice. The fragmentation grenade doesn't hurt you, so whether you really want to Benny the damage or not, doesn't matter. Now make a roll to hit roll, an athletics roll, just to see how accurate you are in relation to the troll. I just didn't want to raise the damage on yourself, if that makes sense. So I won't worry about that. So the troll is basically going to be hit with a raise. So the troll will take 10 points of damage, but you can bend it if you want to. That will shake it, which will basically be now I will have to spend a penny.
Shake it will do. Shaking will do. Gives me time to run away. Yeah.
Okay, so the grenade goes off on the troll. I will spend a penny to unshake the troll, and it will come after you.
The hell?
Basically, it's going to claw at you.
Armor, save me.
Yeah, it's going to claw at you. Let's see if your armor does save you. No. Well, yes, it does, I suppose. You are shaken as it claws at you as you try to run away. That brings us to Merlin. A fragmentation grenade goes off in the room to the east.
I'll say a troll in the laboratory.
Yeah, that actually sounds like a good plan. Fragmentation grenades. So, I think I will toss mine there.
Okay, that's an athletics check. This should be fun to watch it bounce around the room.
Isn't it just an attack roll? And if it misses, then it's an athletics check.
No, it's athletics to throw it, isn't it? Why are you shooting a fragmentation grenade? It should be thrown.
Shouldn't it be just? Shouldn't you just click on the combat thing, which is gonna?
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Oh yeah. Right, yeah, because
Because that's a fragmentation grenade. Oh, I know why they're shooting grenades.
Yeah, it was set up as frag, not thrown.
Yeah. It's okay. I'll take the 7 anyway. What's your oh no, your athletic. Yeah, there you go. So it's nice and accurate. So you basically you turn on the raised dice, target the 3 orcs, and roll your damage.
Right, they should be thrown, shouldn't they?
It should be thrown. Well, it depends, you see, because I think the problem is with sprawl runners, the grenades you probably all equipped are actually for underslung grenade launchers for guns. Or,
all right. I've edited mine now, so it's thrown. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so 3 orcs are basically incapacitated by the fragmentation grenade going off in that room. So that seems to have put paid to the security guards, who had been driven mad by the fact that a troll kept coming in, taking one of them away and eating them.
Or security guards.
And seeing that they have all fallen down, Merlin will go ahead and step into here to see if he can be of any assistance to poor Aki.
Yeah. I'm being attacked by a troll.
That brings us to Donahue. Second, 2 fragmentation grenades have gone off at almost the same time to the south of you. Which gets you to there. You can see Aki, and when the lights flicker on, you might see the troll, and then obviously they flicker off again because this area has been quite beaten up. You have 3 more inches of movement, no problem at all. You duck down behind a desk. Take aim at the troll, towering over Aki. That's a hit. You wish to belly the damage for your bullet did not affect.
I'm gonna have to go. I hate to do this.
No,
but,
I don't think.
I know. You did warn us. I appreciate you need to.
I did. I'm so sorry. I'm gonna have to bounce.
No worries. I'm sure they won't kill. I'll see you next week. I'm sure they won't get you killed. I'm sure you'll be fine.
Well, I got it coming if they do. So it is what it is. We'll see you guys.
See you
Take
next
care.
week, mate. Bye now. Put Beulah on hold and remove him from the map. Okay, that brings us to Pow Pow. Pow Pow moves into the room.
We'll go there.
Bosoms.
Yeah, I think probably the prudent thing to do is cast Protection.
Okay.
And it's Smart's range, isn't it?
It is Smart's range, yes.
Just reach him and no more. So I'll do it on myself, Donahue, Merlin, and Aki. I think we'll do Waif as well because I can Arcanus. I could just see her no more.
Go for it. So that's +1, +2, +3, +4, +5 power points. No, +4 power points. There's only 5 of you now. So yeah. So it'll cost you +4 power points to cast Protection.
Right. 2 points for armor on everybody.
Right. Activate it. Click the effects, and it should apply it to everyone at the same time. And there we go. Everyone is suddenly protected by Pow Pow's armor. Protection spell, rather. Is it?
Yeah, well, look, that worked wonderful, didn't it?
No problem at all.
And that's just the work at the so that was 5 power points plus the cost.
Yeah, 7 total, I think, isn't it? That brings us back to Donahue.
Okay.
That's another hit against the troll. This time, you shake him with a bullet shot.
Good, good. We'll move over to the other side for cover. Keep cover.
Yep, no problem at all. Be my guest. You move under that heavily sagging ceiling and get to the other side. Pow! Having cast protection on everyone last round, what are you doing now?
Pow Pow. Going to. God, he's shaking again. Want to be tricky. Tell you what we'll do is I'll try and cast summon ally onto one of the computer desks and see if I can summon a storm spirit.
Okie dokie. A storm spirit. Okay.
Spirit of the storm. Welcome.
I have to open it first. Wish you could just drag him. Storm spirit, and then drag it onto your card. Make it visible, and a storm spirit. Basically, you summon a storm spirit, and they start climbing out of the remains of the computer on this desk.
And it will go to there, and it will lightning bolt the troll.
Go for it.
Or attempt to. God, that is just so irritating that that breaks down all the time.
Right, I'm going to have to get down to the bottom.
Right,
Let's have a look.
Okay. He succeeds. 2d6 damage.
Spirit. I'm going to have to look into why they're not working. So apparently they are meant to have the arcane. I'm sorry, I was just looking at the source code for them originally. Okay, 2d6 damage, 6 points of damage.
Unharmed.
Unharmed. Your storm spirit hits the troll with a lightning bolt, but the troll doesn't seem to be bothered by it. Are you ending his turn?
Sorry, I thought I pressed the button. There you go. He unshakes. You can run away now if you want.
I could run away, but I could just also just try and just fight him. That means you can shoot him from range, and I can distract him till Waif gets here. Hopefully.
Waif sails.
That's a good plan. As long as you don't do that.
Well, I'll do that and try and see if it makes it better. But probably. Oh, maybe. No, don't know. Maybe possible. Oh, yeah, but yeah, that definitely should have worked. Right.
Yep, you hit. Oh, 1 point short of penetrating its arm.
Oh, okay. 2, and then
Waif.
Well, Waif is going to move. Should be able to get inside. And the problem, and having heard the yelling over the comms, she'll prepare to take a shot.
Go for it. You target the troll towering over Aki, and you hit. It takes a wound. Blood splatters out of it, and it's going to remain being shaken. I might spend a penny on that to unshake it. It unshakes, and attacks Zaki with its claws again, but it misses, bringing us to Merlin.
Well, I've seen people throwing all kinds of stuff at this bugger to no real effect, so I'm going to power up a magic missile.
Okay.
We are going to put 1 point into armor piercing. Okay. We're going to put 1 point or 2 points into upping the damage.
Mm-hmm.
And just because I can, I'm going to throw fatigue on top of it. So 4, 5, 6.
Go for it. I'm assuming you're going to hit it, so I'm going to fatigue it. Yeah, missed. Yeah, you hit. But you didn't get the raise, but you hit it anyway, so it's instantly fatigued, regardless of any other effects. And you hit it for 9 points of damage, causing a wound, which you did then say you were putting AP on, didn't you? Which it hasn't got armor anyway, so it doesn't matter. And that puts it down. You incapacitate the troll, and it collapses to the ground and doesn't move again.
And then we'll set fire to it.
It's not that type of troll. It's the same type of troll as Queeg is. It's just a better human. No different than anyone else.
Okay, well, I'm going to go and search this room and see if there's anything anything amongst these bodies that might be useful for getting through that door up north.
It might take... There is no way through the door to the north.
Okay, I come out arms covered in gore. There's no keys in here.
No, like I said, there's no panel access or anything. The door can only be opened from the other side, was the conclusion you guys came to. So these other rooms all appear to basically be empty when you examine them. They all look like they've also set cells for possibly test subjects or something, but or something along those lines. But they don't really like that. But obviously, there's a fair number of computers in this destroyed computers in this room. But someone might be able to do something with.
I can try and repair one.
I'll look to see if any of them are salvageable.
Make a notice check, please.
+2 from investigator.
That doesn't work for just searching a room. That's when you're searching online, if that makes sense. When you're looking for notes and using computer, when using libraries or in your case, computer records and stuff. But that's absolutely fine. You find an optical data storage chip. Probably got at least 120 gigaquads of data on it. You won't be able to access it. It will take you. You could have a look at it. You could try accessing it if you so wish, but obviously it will take some time.
None of these terminals any good?
No, they're all smashed up. The troll basically smashed them all up. What I did forget was to. What I did forget was.
Oh, hang on. I'm going to go and have a look at this guy who's half climbing through a wall.
Actually, yeah. Well, yeah, this guy's. Sorry, yeah, you can plug it into. Hang on a second. Let's have a look at the data. Sorry, I'll take it back. I think this one. I'm just trying to remember. I think this is the one you would need to basically electronics to wire it into your cyber deck. Let me check. Is that the other? Is that the other data pack? I can never remember. No, this is just a chip, so you can just plug it in and analyze the data on it. Sorry, I was getting myself muddled up. I forgot to actually. Oh hell! It's not ideal, but I'll just do it this way. I forgot to key this in. So if I do that, this is obviously. I don't know. and then I can do that, which is interesting. And then I can select it, crop the image down because it came in way too big. And I can export that to Fantasy Grounds Unity campaigns, runners, images. Data extract. Apparently, when you examine it, it appears, although there should be a lot more data, it appears quite damaged, and you're only able to pull back a few data extracts, which I will share with you as soon as I refresh my.
Let me quickly run downstairs. I'll just be a couple of minutes.
You probably have to zoom in on this one. There we go. I'll assume you're going. Well, actually, knowledge is power, so it's up to you. I shall share it with you if you wish to provide the information to everyone else. I can share it to everyone else. You might have to zoom in to read it because it is just a graphic.
Okay.
That's what you find on the data cube, apparently.
Okay, I'm reading it.
The remainder of the file apparently consists of coded biotechnical data, apparently.
Okay.
Check something. Yeah. The other file you have to find elsewhere.
All right.
By all means.
I guess head back to that big door and see if this security card will work on it.
The big, as I say, there is no way that you can see to open the big door from this side.
Okay.
Yeah. As I say, from your perspective, the door. Yeah, the only way you could possibly get through from your perspective, the only way to open the door from this side would probably be use the telephone system to communicate whoever's in Alpha section and get them to unlock the door. Unfortunately, that seems to be down. However, you haven't explored the whole complex. Your storm spirit is going to disappear unless you wish to maintain it. Donahue's climbing back up into the ventilation shaft.
But we didn't find for.
We did. Anyway, the rest of you can move freely. I'll be assuming that's a no, so I shall.
Yeah, that's an indecisive no.
Okay, and the powers will expire.
Is there anything on this dead body hanging out the wall?
No, it's just one of the security guards.
Poor dude.
You didn't check the rest of the corridor, the hallway you first came into, you know.
That's why heading back there.
Yeah, I know. Again, okay. What were these? What are those rooms? I forget. I think they're just off the hallway. They're just empty rooms.
Did we check this room here? There's a computer terminal here, isn't there?
A smash computer terminal. Aha! Mr. Donahue has found a locked door. Let me get to that room there. So that door, the sign on the door you've just found, Mr. Donahue, says an analysis/experimentation area.
Okay. I'll try the key card on it.
It will open the door.
I will not open the door until everybody else gets over here.
Okay. I don't need to close. There you are.
All right, everyone is here now. I will open the door and let somebody else step in through first.
Okay.
Where's that key? Oh, there he went.
There he is.
Okay, that's the wrong description. So, surprisingly, this room is virtually intact. Advanced high technology bioengineering equipment fills the available space. Specimens of various kinds are in examination containers attached to the equipment. 2 metal doors labeled A and B are located in the west wall. In the north wall are 2 doors labeled C and D. There is a heavy unmarked door to the south wall. And in the northeast corner is a data storage unit and a terminal.
The Hugh, there's your terminal.
Okay, right. What I will say is there was also at this point 2 orc security. There's 3 orc security guards. Sorry, my notes are terrible. Did I not? It didn't add them to the map. Oh joy. Okay, that's fine. I can sort of explain how it's a case of you wait. It's until you get in there that you realise this. And there also appears to be a human scientist. Okay, so here we are. As you walk into, you get to there before you notice, I'm afraid, because he's down the back. He's sitting on the floor, crouching. He's sitting on the floor, crouching down behind that machinery. With his head in his hand, and he seems to be rocking in a slightly disconcerting way. And he's talking something about the tailor and terror. The terrorist. It was a terrorist plot by the tailor. When you open the door and come in, and he suddenly stares up, looks at you, and the 3 of you that have entered the room, and goes, "Shoot! The tailor's minions have arrived! Kill them!" The security guards advance towards you. Oh dear! They also get to go first.
We're not having very much luck with this initiative thing, are we?
You can, don't forget, you can always spend bennies.
I haven't got any bennies to spend.
That's unfortunate, isn't it? That security guard has running round behind all that equipment. He does actually get to a point where he could have targeted you, but he seems to be fumbling getting his gun out, whereas this security guard here is going to run straight at you with his baton, Mr. Donahue. Yep, he gets to you, I'm afraid.
Yeah.
And tries to club you with his baton, which I'm afraid he does hit before you can react. I'm afraid. Sorry about that. But he does hurt you. You obviously,
he says.
Yeah, you're able to back off. You're able to dodge the attack, even though you are unable to react fast enough to avoid it. And the last chap here, well, he is going to basically draw his Hashiman rapid fire light and take a shot at both of you. Hitting Aki, missing Pow Pow.
Of course.
Fortunately, Aki's subdermal armor protects him. Dr. Peterhoff starts going, "It's not fair, it's not fair, it's not fair. They ruined everything. It's not fair." Merlin. Gunfire.
It's not fair. No, it probably isn't. Merlin is going to not crowd through the doorway, but he will move up so that he's got a little better chance at seeing. And who is it that what got his rifle and started shooting? Was that number 2 or number 4?
Number 4 is firing his rapid fire pistol. Machine pistol was the phrase I couldn't think of there. Number 3 is getting a baton out. Number 2 is basically advancing, but trying to draw his pistol, but he hasn't drawn it yet. Okay, you fire your bow at the security guard number 4, and basically shaking him as an arrow nearly hits him. Brings us to Pow Pow.
Pow Pow will cast protection on everybody.
Oh fuck yeah! I forgot about my adventure cards.
Oh, maybe not.
Don't forget, you can just spend Benny's to get power points back. You know, that's even better.
I got 15 with the card. So they all get. Everybody gets +2 armor. Did I have to target everybody though? Do
I didn't notice you spent the card. You do need to target them if you want to apply the armor to everyone in one hit. You don't need to target them if you want to drag it out to each person individually.
So,
if you're calling yours a shadow shield, are you applying the shroud effect to it, or is that just a? It costs extra. I'm just asking.
So what does Shroud do? Shroud just gives him stealth, though,
-1. Yeah, gives you a bonus to stealth, but also -1 to any attacks against you.
Right, well, I'll give them Shroud as well because I can afford it. So I've just spent a card.
Okay. In that case, give me a second.
But that's 1 point per person, isn't it?
Yes, it would be. It's one. No, it's just. No, it's 1 extra point to create shroud, and then an extra point per person, isn't it? Because what you do is you bump it.
Yeah. So 6. So spend 6 power points to give everybody shroud.
I'm going to create a shroud shield effect for then up in the effects, which obviously I should have put an underscore under to keep it near the top. Shroud shield, which is armor +2, armor +2, comma at attack -1, comma stealth +1. Close square brackets. So then, who were you doing that? You're doing that on Merlin. You're doing that on yourself. You're doing it on Aki. You're doing it on Donahue, and you're doing it on Waif. There we go.
And then I'm going to run away.
Why not? Then you run away. Yeah, I hadn't noticed you used the power surge. Nice use of power surge. Aki.
I'm going to guess what I'm going to do. Shoot him.
No, I think you're actually just going to roll some dice and then swear loudly.
Yep, probably, but I'll still try and shoot him. Twice.
What I do need to do is actually remember to put the effect up to 5 next time.
Son of a bitch. Mother, son of a foot.
Told you you'd end up swearing a lot.
Yeah, well, I tried not to swear. Just called him a mother, son of a foot.
Shroud shield should be 5 turns. Okay, so I need to put the shroud shield back on Aki. There we go. Oh, damn it. Mr. Donahue as well. Yours is about to run out, so let's put another one on you because I forgot to put I always forget to put the duration on when I create a new effect. That's not working. That's because it's a duplicate. Over there we go. Yeah, so this guy is basically did successfully club you, but you were able to avoid the blow at the very last second. Or rather, he hit you, but it did. Although it stung, it didn't cause any permanent damage. We should say.
Okay. I'll try shooting him, I guess.
You will need to beat his parry at point blank, but if you back off, obviously he gets a free attack on you, so you're in a sort of no-win scenario there, I'm afraid.
Yeah.
You try to take a shot at him, he just knocks your hand aside as you take the shot, and the bullet goes wide. Unless, of course, you want to Benny it.
No.
I'm sure the others will save you. Wave. What?
Yeah, Wave can see.
Good eye, dude.
Up to the one attacking Donahue.
Yeah, no worries. Bank. Hang on.
Hold
down shift. Hold down shift to get you through walls. I still forget that one.
Just punch him.
Be my guest. I mean, it's a good thing. I like the fact they've done it because they used to accidentally reveal stuff when you dragged them originally. You hit him.
Oh, I'll Benny the damage one time.
Mm-hmm. Please do.
Oh, this is not our day.
Isn't your day for damage, is it? Okay, next round. Second round, I should say. Okay, Dr. Peterhoff's going first. He's the bad people. The bad people are coming to hurt us. Oh, don't like the bad people. I'm going to hide. Hide from the bad people. Aki.
Right, I'm going to shoot him again. Just one shot this time.
Okay.
Just hit, fucker. Oh, you can do a big...
I'm not going to ask why you're targeting Merlin, but anyway.
Well, we shouldn't have been targeting Merlin. My arrow's pointing at security guard 3, but...
And Merlin.
Oh, I never targeted Merlin. But...
I shall clear the targeting. There we go. So you shoot once, miss, and advance in. Okay.
Yeah, move in. You get a gang up bonus on him.
Mm-hmm. You're ending your turn, sure. Thank you. I am going to perform 3 actions just because I can. And in the flurry of blows, the security guard hits himself. There, the flurry of blows. It's basically
only Aki.
he hits Aki. Yep. In a flurry of blows, the security guard swings wildly with the baton and basically hits Aki, but Aki's subdermal armor protects him. Well, that was security guard number 3. Security guard, I've done them out of order. Okay, that's not to worry. Security guard number 2 comes forwards. He ducks down behind. This. Well, you're not sure what it is, but it looks expensive. He ducks down behind it, and basically decides he's going to go full auto on the 3 of you.
Hell, you need 18 damage just to shake it.
No. Someone's getting hit very nastily, though. Donahue's hit, and Waif is really hit. Okay. Donahue, basically, yet again, his cat-like reflexes protect him from the shot. However, Waif's going down again. Oh, no. Yep. Waif takes a wound. That's an awful lot of dice for, fortunately, not a lot. Do you wish to attempt to soak that? Waif dives to one side of the bullet that you would could have sworn was going to hit her. Misses her.
How come she's got armor 2+2?
Probably because she's wearing armor.
I know, but she's got a shroud on her, does she not?
That's probably one of the +2s.
Yeah.
Oh, but it's +4. You got the raise.
You didn't get the raise, though, did you?
I'm pretty sure I did get the raise. Maybe I'm lying.
Well, you could be mistaken.
I did get the raise because Aki's got +4. Has he not? No, Aki's got +2.
No. No, I only put it in as +2 because I didn't notice you got the raise. Because your GM is a cheating bugger. To do that is why.
Well, we need them raises because we keep fucking missing. So we need something to protect us.
I shall award bennies all round by way of apology. Security guard, the security guard's going to unshake because I've got all these bennies to use and I'm not. Donahue, why did Donahue just? Oh, do you know what? That is so ridiculous. I'm going to let it stand. I managed to give one of my bennies to Donahue somehow. I'm just going to let it stand because I think that's so weird and strange. And he might need it because I'm about to shoot him.
Yeah, that's Waif's effect still looks like it's strong. So does mine.
Yeah, because
Pow still +2 and Waif's +4. Oh, it's fixed now.
Pow is. How the hell did he shoot Pow? He's not targeting Pow. Okay, that's all bisses. That brings us to Donahue.
You probably thought it's rules, Lars. Take that, you son of a bitch.
Since they got 2 people on the one that's on me, I don't think there's a penalty if I shoot at somebody else, right?
You count as vulnerable to the security guard in front of you if he attacks you. No, he's not. He's not. You will be counted as vulnerable for the guy with the melee weapon adjacent to you if you attack someone else. But you can do it.
Okay.
I think you're going to hit.
With her is.
Security guard number 2, not security guard number 3. That's fine. Off you go. Roll that damage. Again, look at that. I can see the low roll there, but it does still seem to be exploding, so that's okay. 2 1s and a 9. Well, that's okay. That security guard goes down hard.
Oh, I'm not seeing anything. Looks like Fantasy Grounds has just died on me.
That's because you're running on Linux, I'm afraid, and it does eventually go a bit funny on Linux. I've noticed that when I've been testing. It can be stable as anything, and then just goes. It's lasted longer than normal.
Yeah, they've said it. They're going to update the. It's because Unity's a piece of shit for Linux. Cross-platform, my ass.
That brings us to Mr. Merlin, sir.
Okay, Merlin is going to step into the room, so he's got a little cleaner shot down there at the security guard.
Okay. You hit. Okay, well, that's the end of that security guard.
And then I will. I did see him run into that other room, but he did say he was going to run and hide. Yeah, I think I'm going to go chase down the doctor.
Okay. Oh, pal.
Yeah, I was plotting a move there because I was.
I know. I knew you were, but
3, 4, 5.
It's just getting in the way of everything else I was trying to see.
8, 9. Yeah, I'm gonna run down there. Yeah, that's all I'm going to do.
Okie doke. That brings us to Waif.
Figured what the gang up bonus would be. all over the place.
I think the security guard is it's obviously you just have to punch people if you want to do proper damage. Okay.
Well, and then she's gonna, like the others, start moving towards where the professor ran off to.
That's okay. Combat for all intents and purposes is at an end, and tokens are thus unlocked.
So should go after the
Okay. As soon as you enter the room, Peter goes, "Oh, the tailor's minions! No, no, no!" And then backs off and goes, "I want my mummy! I want my mummy! I want my mummy!"
Walk over and slap him.
Okay, slap him. No problem.
Right, because we're actually here to help.
I'm not trying to do lethal damage. I'm just trying to knock some sense into him.
I love the way you walk. I love the way Donahue walks past the big computer I put in the corner of the room for the little desk computer.
Oh, is that what?
Is this room made of assets, Kevin?
Sorry?
It's made with Fantasy Grounds, this map?
The map itself, the actual background I did in Arkenforge, but all the other stuff I did in Fantasy Grounds using the new sci-fi interior, yeah.
Yeah, I thought so, yeah. Yeah, you can see the assets, yeah.
I think what I'm going to do is cast Summon Catnip on him.
I go find the doctor and I check him for his security.
Sorry. Well, you will probably find this stuff on it. One thing you noticed at a glance when you looked at the computer system to the north, because I noticed you went up there and then came down for the pass. You were told by Mr. Johnson that 2 days ago, as technology appeared to take their systems offline, having seen what you just saw, the error messages and everything on the screen, that doesn't actually seem to be the case. As far as you can tell, the computer system crashed.
I still go find his security card.
Oh yeah, you'll find his. You'll find his.
He can give me his password.
Yeah,
give me his login information.
Agreed. Yes, you were able to get that off him. Yes.
Okay. Try and figure out how to. Is that a workstation or is that actually like the server and such?
That is basically it's like a mini computer. That's the idea. Yeah, it's basically everything. It's an isolated system, as it were, but it's completely crashed.
Yes.
Make a hacking check. Yeah, you attempt to boot it up again, but it would appear physical, and then you get some very disturbing errors. Once you start looking around the sides of stuff, you notice that it's physically been attacked and damaged in some way. So the system has been rendered useless. However, you do realize that the individual components can still function if you run them from a cyber deck, and
yeah, I'll try and go pull the useful necessary bits out of it and see if there's anything worth holding on to.
Something very strange there. I just need to read. Basically, this is the one where you're going to have to, unlike the other one, which was a data cube. This one, what you will have to do is physically hardwire the components onto your deck, which will require electronics to access the data to make sure you've got the data you were sent to get. In the meantime, I'm just checking something. Did I forget to put a description in for one of the rooms? I did. The room you're all currently in at the moment. Did I actually put a description in? Or did I miss that out?
But it got cleared.
Not. Sorry. When I say everyone, I mean Aki and Pow Pow and all that. You're up in the other main room. So, because you're down in. So basically, Aki's in the vault.
What is this thing?
Well, give us a. I didn't. I forgot. I must have. I must have nodded off or something. I didn't finish putting all the room descriptions in.
It happens. Yeah.
Okay, so the room that Pal and Waif and Dr. Peterhoff are in, this morgue-like room was apparently used to examine and dissect the various failed experiments generated down here. Specimen jars filled with recognizable and unrecognizable organ and body parts fill many shelves, all categorized in some unidentifiable code. A stainless steel specimen table sits in the center of the room. Strapped onto it and partially dissected is a dead orc. Beyond him, along the west wall, is a large vault door that Aki's walked through. The large double doors swing open, revealing shelves of paper, data chips, and beakers and test tubes. On a lower shelf is an impact-protected, clear foam-wrapped plastic container. Inside the container are 6 small, flat dishes of grey-green culture. The container is edged with stripes of blue and white striped tape and marked with a large biohazardous warning label.
Good. Can we close that quickly?
The shelf where it sits is marked "Do not remove without authorization." Closer inspection reveals a coded label bearing the words "Sample Viral Strain 1."
I think we found it.
So yeah, so basically, with an electronics roll, you can plug your data deck into the damaged components, which will then allow you to access them. Donahue.
Okay, electronic.
Yep. No problem at all. You're able to just hotwire up your data, your cyber deck straight into the security system. And you are able to ascertain that the components you've just that you've just hardwired in is the required data for Mr. Johnson.
Those file paths that I found in that data spike.
Sorry, you broke up a bit. I didn't catch exactly what you asked.
It includes the files that were listed on that data spike I found.
Yes, indeed.
Indeed.
Okay. In fact, actually, the other thing you do find, obviously, you do come with the view that you do find one that you sort of analyze to check what you're looking at. You know what I'm trying to say. You find a second data extract. There you go. And congratulations, you have successfully completed your run, and it was almost the cakewalk you were promised.
Yeah, but there's a room here with biohazards in it. What are we going to do?
Well, you need to take the one. You need to take what you just found. That was
right.
The biosample.
That's it. I'm going to lock it up very carefully, wrap it up, cling film it, double wrap. A big condom on it as well, and then we'll take that with us.
Okay.
I'm going to ask
So,
what happened.
Right. Yes. Sorry, the doc. I forgot about the doc. He's quite mad. Where is the doc? Dr. Peterhoff. I did put the notes in on Dr. Peterhoff.
Is his name Peter Peterhoff?
No.
It
was the tailor. It was the tailor that did it. It's just she released the virus. She infected us all.
Oh, he's infected.
It's infecting all of us. We're all infected. We're all doomed. You opened the door. You broke the seal. We're all now infected. We're all doomed. The virus will come in and it'll turn our brains to gooey mush. Gooey mush. The gooey mush will run out and we'll be mutated. Yes, we will. Yes, we will. We'll be mutated. We will. Yes. And when we're mutated, we'll do foul things like Kemp did to those security guards. Yes, he ate them. Did you see him eat them? He ate the security guards. But it was the tailor, I tell you that. Carol Owens. Damn her. Damn her to high heaven. Damn her to high heaven and back.
Where is she?
Can you feel it? Can you feel it? It's under your skin. It's moving around. It's in your blood. Can you see the hairs growing? Can you see? There's no cure. No. Now we're all dead. We're all dead now.
Listening to him.
He just killed.
Out.
Break his neck. Have his misery.
It's not my fault. It's not my fault. And then you smack him out cold.
And that was me trying to calm him down with empathy. You know, I think he's a total fruitcake.
Indeed.
I'll haul him back and hand him over to him. They could probably get more out of him than we
Yeah,
can.
unless he's infected. Yeah.
Just leave him here to his fate.
Brawl Runners meets The Walking Dead, and it's our fault.
Okay, well, how do you wish to vacate the security section? Sorry, it's not the security section. The beta section. That's where you are. You're in the beta lab.
We just go back out the way we came in.
You go. Yeah, you just go back out the way you came. It is relatively. Yep, it is relatively uneventful. You basically head back out, come back up into the vents. You're taking Peter Hoff with you, are you?
I'm gonna see if there's anything valuable worth taking out of that lab.
It's mostly biomedical equipment, big and heavy and stuff, but
okay.
Possibly virally infected. But so basically, you head back out of the vents, where you get back to the plasteel wall, which appears to have formed solid again.
We got any more of the liquid that dissolved it?
You had enough for one more spray, so you sprayed one more time, turning the wall into gooiness again. And
are we not infected though?
Probably.
You trip into the sewers is uneventful.
The waif just went through a wall.
Yes, you clamber back through the wall, carrying Peter Hoff with you, assuming you're bringing him. I think you said you were. You get back outside. You find the van at the entry point, but your driver is not.
No. Do we see where he went, or any signs of a struggle or anything?
You see no signs of struggle, no indication, no signs of struggle. You don't see him anywhere. The van does appear to be unlocked, though.
Let's get whatever we got to get into the back of it, and
someone will need to drive it. I assume Beulah can, can't he? Beulah basically opens up the driver's seat, looks around the van, flips down the visor, and catches the keys as they fall out.
Okay, let's load it all up, including the unconscious doctor, and
you bung him in the back, and Beulah and the rest. Beulah starts driving you to the docks. That's where we shall leave it. I think we enjoyed that first half of your run.
We need to find out what we're infected with.
So, yeah, that's a good place to leave it. I'm glad. I was hoping you'd get the whole section done in one run. So, yeah. What's really interesting is actually, I must admit, it's if not that anyone did it, but if anyone had used astral vision to explore the place, then it got really interesting. But fortunately, you didn't, so I wouldn't worry about it. But I hope you enjoyed that, guys.
Thank you very much.
And next week, you'll head down to the docks to drop off the parcel with your contact, and hopefully get the other half of your money. So, not too bad, really. So, thanks very much, guys. We shall see you next time. And next.